with Shannon. I ain't gonna call him Sharp because he ain't no Sharp. He's a Shannon for real. He's just Shannon from now on. I'm gonna call him Shannon because he ain't no Sharp. Why you think he called himself Shannon? Why you think he called his podcast Club Shay Shay? Cause he just Shannon. Should no man call himself Shannon? But we gonna get into this interview with Shannon and Bow Wow.
Wait, if you were a patient at any Illinois behavioral health facility, including Timberline Knolls, Hartgrove Hospital, or any UHS or Acadia facility, this is the money getting.
Damn, I just knew you didn't know about this. I was.
You went public, but you posted it.
You good.
You posted it. I would have known that you not posted it.
That's all I was saying.
Rapper to have a #1 hit on the U.S. R&B and rap chart. He sold out Madison Square Garden 3 times before the age of 16. He has a career spanning over 25 years. He sold 10 million albums. He's only 38 years of age, a certified child prodigy, a former teenage sensation, an era-defining artist, a gifted performer, and well-rounded entertainer. He has multi-platinum selling songs and chart-topping tours, a Hollywood blockbuster actor and a global star, a TV personality and a host, a one-of-a-kind creative and outsized personality, a business-savvy entrepreneur, a significant figure in the early 2000s. He's an influence on the culture, and he's undeniable. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Bow Wow.
What's up, big dog?
How was that intro, Bo?
I love that intro. I was caught up in that. Was dope.
You like, damn, I did all that?
Fire.
I did all
That
that?
was fire.
So when, you know what? I don't know if you drank anything, bro, but you gotta just sip.
I was always told, like, if you walk into somebody's house
Yeah.
after a drink, you gotta have it. So
To the success,
I got
bro.
you, man.
25 years?
25.
Woo!
Mm-hmm. Ooh, this that brown too.
Yeah.
Boom.
Thumbnail, man.
God damn, Bob.
It's smooth though.
Yeah.
Almost a sip on.
Yeah, we gonna sip.
It's like a shot. It's like a shot. All right. I thought it was a shot.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I know you're busy and you took time out of your busy schedule to give us a few moments of your time. So I greatly, greatly appreciate that.
Likewise.
Let's go back to where it all started, Columbus, Ohio.
Mm.
What's your best memories of growing up in Columbus, Ohio?
Best memories growing up in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it after.
Just being a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just
After this
being a kid and doing what young boys like to do.
Right.
Playing football, of course. That went kind of fast once I got hit for the first time. I remember telling my stepdad at the time, like, yo, I'm going to defense. I think I'm about to move to DB.
Right.
I think that I want to do the hitting. I don't want to get hit no more. So
Right.
just things like that. Just, places that I used to hang out. United East Skating Rink was like the thing growing up. Me and my boys used to go to the skating rink, get dropped off all the time. And, that's where all the little girls would be at. And we'll think we doing something up there. But it's just a peaceful place for me when I think about Columbus and growing up there, being raised there for the time that I was there before I came to Atlanta.
Right.
But Columbus is my heart, it's my soul, it's my everything.
You get back much?
Do I go back?
Yeah, do you get back
Oh,
much?
yeah. Like I just left. It was just in Cleveland, which was crazy.
Right.
And how everything is aligned because it was my birthday.
Wow.
So it was kind of emotional,
Mhm.
returning home,
Mhm.
sold out crowd, birthday, brought out some legends. I brought out Bone Thugs.
Right.
Of course, they're from Cleveland.
Right.
Had a chance to bring them out. And Jermaine came out. Jermaine
Wow.
Dupri, JD came out,
Yeah.
surprised me, did a little speech live on stage. I got kind of teary-eyed and start, crying. So the people of Ohio, they know how much, Ohio means to me, not just Columbus in particular, but just the whole entire state,
Right.
period.
But when you were growing up in Columbus, Ohio, what did you want to be? A football player? An athlete?
I wanted to go to Duke.
So you want to be a hooper?
I wanted to hoop. Like, I didn't know that basketball players was as tall as they are. Like now, because
Right.
I've been around them, I
Right.
shot the movie and all that. But growing up, like I didn't have no access to players. So on TV,
They look
everybody to me
normal
look like normal height,
Right.
like right. And then I remember one day somebody like, "You too short to play." I'm like, "What you mean?" And I finally I'm like, "Oh damn, yeah, this ain't gonna work." Everybody's 6 feet and up, like it ain't gonna work. But that was my first thing was to go to Duke, and then I said if that wasn't gonna work out, Jerry Maguire is like one of my favorite movies. I
Yeah.
said if I can't play the game, then I'd rather have some type of arm in it, which would
Right.
be a sports agent. So once I saw Jerry Maguire, I was like, wow, this is a thing that I could do. I could still be around sports, but I don't necessarily have to get hit. I don't have to worry about breaking a limb or nothing like that, but I could still be in
Be
the
close
game.
to it.
Then that would be it.
So what was the dynamic of your family? So you have siblings. You mentioned your stepdad,
Yeah.
your mom. So was your real dad? Did you know who he was? Was he around?
Yeah, pops definitely know my pops. Me and my father, we had
How,
kind of like I wouldn't even say a weird relationship. My father,
I don't get it. After all these allegations came out, like I said, I don't wish none on nobody. No jail. I don't wish jail on nobody. But nigga, you shouldn't be able to run this. You shouldn't even be able to run this show. They should have shut this video down. They should have shut your whole shit down after all them allegations came out on you. After all them allegations came out on you, Shannon, after why you still running the show? They allowed y'all to run these shows after the foul shit y'all niggas did. They allowed y'all to still run these shows after the fact that all these, if a celebrity or I'm gonna say blogger, whatever, they allowed them to still run the show after, to still get to do what they do. It's like the lame ass nigga Charleston White. He get to still do what he do online. Y'all shouldn't allow that. But let let a celebrity or something do something. Let a celebrity or something do something. They gonna be behind bars. They gonna do it. Y'all gonna put them up under. I ain't gonna say it because I don't wish that on nobody. Y'all gonna put them up under. Charleston White, he can get away with everything. That's why this ain't even about Charleston White. But I'm gonna break it down though. He get away with everything. And some of these other ones, some of these other big bloggers get away with everything. Just like this nigga, Shannon. Allegations just came out on this nigga. And he still get to run this show. So many allegations ran on Charleston White. He still can get online and talk his shit. Allegation that came out on a lot of bloggers. They still get to run their shit. How? Make that make sense, man. How, man? Man, come on, man. I ain't gonna get into it. Cause I'm gonna get to talking.
Indulged in the alcohol lane.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Was an alcohol. I had to say was too because he's changed his life.
Wow, that's awesome.
Over, like
Right.
completely a whole different person. Where now we're able to catch up. Go have lunch. He's able to reach out to me now. So I always wanted the best for my father.
Right.
And I think growing up without him, you always want that father figure, that person to be there.
Right.
I mean, I've had him, but it's nothing like your own blood. And
Right.
I wanted that with him. But yeah, growing up, really, it was just me and moms.
Okay.
My moms did get married at one point. That was cool. And, but even before that, it's always been me and moms. And now it's me and mom. So it's me and mom do so the wheels fall off.
Right. You know what? Let's talk about this. And I just want to move past this. You're from Columbus, Ohio. There's another famous person from Columbus, Ohio, who's an all-pro football player, played with the Pittsburgh Steelers,
Yeah.
went to the Jets. I think he finished his career with Kansas City.
Yep.
And I don't know. I don't really know how it started. By well, maybe you can add some context to
Yeah,
this.
I got
I think you said like, okay, I'm the most famous person, or I'm the
Nah, I said I'm the biggest.
you the biggest from Columbus,
Biggest.
Ohio. Okay,
Biggest. That's
Okay.
how I feel. I mean, I'm supposed to feel like that. I
Right.
think anybody with some type of success, especially coming from a small city like
Mhm.
that. I mean, we got a lot of legends. James Buster Douglas, God rest his soul. He's from Columbus. Myself. It's a list of others. Even Lotto.
Right.
Like, a lot of people don't know Lotto,
Yeah, I know
Atlanta,
that.
but yeah, Lotto from Columbus.
Okay.
Like, that's where she was born. Let me
Right.
say that. But yeah, man. I mean, it's just.
Did you expect to get any kind of backlash?
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it.
Oh, you knew he was gonna say something.
I
Or
didn't know.
somebody was.
I didn't know that Le'Veon was going to say something.
Okay.
But I knew somebody was going to say something just because of the energy. Look, it all stemmed from the national championship game.
Okay.
All right.
The Buckeyes.
Buckeyes is in Atlanta.
Right.
It's rare that I get Columbus and Atlanta
Correct.
together.
Okay.
And it's in Atlanta. We go to the dome. I go to the suite. My boys, all my boys from Columbus, we all got they got the box. And so I'm looking, they're like, you gotta have a drink. I'm like, y'all ain't got nothing over there, I drink. They're like, we got tequila. I'm like, bro, I don't drink Patron. That's Patron.
Right.
Happened to take a couple shots. We won, and I got on live, and I thought
Oh, you
I thought I won.
Yeah.
And I was trying to make it. People don't know this. I was trying to get to the field. My security said, "Bow, you just kept trying to get to the field." And I did get to the field. And they were celebrating. I'm like, "Yo, you gotta let me out there."
Right.
They're like, "Bow, man, we would, but we can't let." I'm like, "You gotta let me out there." Like,
Right.
I'm the biggest thing from the and riding off of emotions.
Right.
I went on my live and I said what I said, but I didn't know that he was going to come back. And I will say this: I reached out to him as soon as I saw the video. I'm not like most cash in. I'm not like the back and forth on the internet.
Try to
type
keep
of
it
thing.
going. You try to settle.
I'm gonna call you. So I hit him on a DM like, yo, call me. I don't do the internet
Right.
yelling over the phone thing.
Okay.
We spoke like men,
Okay.
passed it up. I told him where I was coming from with it. He apologized like, man, you know, I jumped out there not knowing, blah, blah, blah.
I like that.
And
I like
the
that.
people spoke for me. I ain't really
Yeah.
had to say much.
Right.
But I got love for Le'Veon. That's all good.
Okay. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Did you know he was from Columbus?
Yeah, I knew.
Okay.
I knew he was from
Okay.
Columbus.
Okay. Yeah, nice little thing. So let me ask you this. So before you, because okay, you're in Columbus, Ohio, you say, I want to go to Duke, but you really come to the realization,
It ain't working.
it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, it ain't.
And so now you shift your focus. Now you realize to come to the realization, basketball ain't happening.
Ain't happening.
Now what is the focus?
The focus was just being a kid
Okay.
and letting it just happen.
Okay.
So I remember at the time, I want to say I was on the football field
Okay.
and my mother walked up to the fence and she was like, come here. And I was like, all right, what's up? So we're going to Atlanta tomorrow. I'm like, for what? And she's like, I know you said you just want to live a normal life. You want to be a kid. You don't
Right.
want to do the things. After the whole death row thing fell out, I was over the music business.
Okay.
I was like, I'm done with it. She said, but there's this guy by the name of Jermaine Dupri I want you to meet. I'm like, who? He found Crisscross. And growing up, I was so envious of Crisscross.
Yeah.
Because when Snoop had me, I felt like that was my time, even though it wasn't.
Mhm.
And I was like, I don't want to meet him. I don't want to go nowhere. I'm in full pads and gear. I'm like, I don't want to go.
Yeah.
I want to be right here.
I'm about to
wanna
get
be a
this
kid.
pick, mom, and take it to the
Man,
house.
I want to be a kid. I
Right.
don't want to do that. Man, my mama like, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. We going. And sure enough, I never looked back.
Right.
Yep.
So after you're playing sports and being a kid, so obviously your mom realized that you have a talent. So you're doing talent shows.
Yeah.
So
Well-
are you in a group?
No group.
No group. Is you solo?
It's me solo.
Rapping, doing R&B. So what is your spiel? What are you doing?
Believe it or not, it was comedy. My mom brought me that red, white, and yellow, blue Fisher Price microphone set,
Yeah.
looking tape thing.
Yes.
I used to always mimic people. I used to always mimic stuff. So it went from that to my mom playing rap music around.
Okay.
I got a young mom. So from that, then it went to, okay, he want to be an entertainer.
Yes.
There's something in him. We just don't know what it is. Is
Right.
it the comedian stuff? Is it the music? But the way I would hold a comb or a remote control resembling a microphone in my movements, I just knew how to imitate what I saw.
Right.
And then, you know, that one special night when Snoop and Dre and them came to Columbus, that was my chance, and that was my night to really flex what I've been not really working on, but that I just possessed. Like it was just second nature to entertain and just have fun with it.
Right.
And then I think when mom saw that and saw me up on that stage in front of all them people, and then Snoop and Dre wanted to meet me,
Right.
that's when it clicked for mama, like, okay,
This is what it
this
is.
boy about to be a rapper.
Right.
I don't want you focused on nothing else. Rap. When you get out there, they're gonna take care of the school and all that.
Right.
This is who you are.
Right.
And I never look back.
But you had originally before you became Bow Wow, you was Kid Gangster.
Oh,
How did you
damn.
get? Did you give yourself that name, or somebody gave you that
Oh,
name?
somebody gave me that name. because I love gangster rap.
Right.
You know what I mean? My mom, like I said,
This nigga had y'all seen back in the day when him, a little feud with him and Lil Romeo, right? Him and Lil Romeo. Who had the most females running? Lil Romeo had the same thing. That's why they had their little feud. That's why they had their feud back in the day. Since they got older, who had the most females running after them? Every time they saw them, Bow Wow. Bow Wow had the most females running after him. It was a competition between Lil Romeo and Bow Wow. Bow Wow and Lil Romeo. Why y'all think they had their feud? Based on who had the most females, who had the most females. That's why they had their little back and forth. That's what this shit all was all about. It was all about Bow Wow and Lil Romeo based on who had the most females. Bow Wow had all the females going crazy over him. Every female, all the females, he had all the females, all the females running after him, all the females, all the females running after him. That was going crazy, especially in the like, especially, bro, like real shit. Everybody noticed though who had the most. Who had the most? Him or Lil Romeo? And y'all know Bow Wow had the most females, had the most clout. Why y'all think? Why do y'all think, right? Bro, these female, bro. Well, let's get back to the video, man. Hey, man. Listen, like I said, if any female watch this video, y'all know already. This nigga had the most females back in the day than Romeo. That's why they had their little beef. Why y'all think he had the little beef with Lil Romeo? Well, I ain't gonna say Lil Romeo. I'm gonna say Romeo now. Cause he ain't little no more. But yeah, let's get it back to this video though.
Even with that heavy cursing, your mom would let you.
man, let me hear all that. Let me hear all that. Like, that was me. That's me on Doggy Style on Snoop album.
Yes.
All the kids cursing and all that. So it just fit me. And then I remember getting with Snoop and he was like, what's your name? I was like, Kid Gangsta. He was like this. That ain't gonna work. Then he looking like, but he little me though.
Right.
Like he little Snoop.
Right.
And then he said, little Snoop, I'm the big dog, I'm the big Bow Wow. You little Bow.
Right. So Snoop gave you that name.
Snoop gave me the name.
And it stuck.
So
Stuck.
Snoop Dogg,
You liked it though.
It was weird at first because I was so used to Kid Gangsta and I'm like,
so Snoop Dogg gave him Bow Wow, the name Bow Wow. So Snoop Dogg, why you think he called him nephew? Why you think he called everybody nephew? But this his biggest nephew though is Bow Wow. Bow Wow. That's how all this shit came about. Came about with him, with Snoop Dogg and Bow Wow. He was rapping as a shorty. A shorty. Like, it's a lot of niggas. Why you think these little ones rapping as shorties now? Lil Romeo, Lil Bow Wow was the main one. He was the first one rapping at the shorty. And then it's another thing. Then after Romeo saw Bow Wow, he wanted to come in the game and start rapping. That's another thing. Why they had their little feud and shit. Why y'all think they was going back and forth of who had the most females and who had the most talent? Bow Wow. He had the most talent. He had the most talent. He had the most females. That's why it was so much. Hey, that's why Lil Romeo was hating this nigga so much, because he had the most talent. He was on the same shit as Lil Romeo. Lil Bow Wow. He was on the same shit. He had females running after him, and Bow Wow had the most females running after him. And he the first one who will start rapping. He was the first shorty that started rapping. Why y'all think these shorties now rapping? Because of Bow Wow. Bow Wow was the one that put shorties on the rapping. He was the one that put these kids on rapping. All this shit combined, bro. All this shit combined. I'm telling you.
Like Lil Bow Wow, I'm like, it didn't really ring. And I remember him telling me, I want you to repeat it. Like, I want you to get comfortable saying that name. That's who you are. That's your name. Your name is Lil Bow Wow. And I was like, that's dope. And he basically is like, no matter where you go in life, no matter who you sign with, no matter what you do, you're going to always have a piece of Snoop with you, because you are the little me. And I gave you that name. So
that's another one.
You know, that name mean everything to me.
Another one, right? Lil Bow Wow, Lil Romeo. That's a name. Both of these names. I'm telling you, he was the main first shorty rapper that started the whole rap in, like, the whole, I'm talking about as shorties rapping. I'm gonna put it like that. He started this shit. Why y'all think these kids, like these shorties, want to rap now? Like Lil Mouse. I'm telling you, he the one started this shit. With all the shorties wanna rap and shit. He the one started this at young ages and shit. He the one started this. I'm telling you. We already know this already though. But yeah, let's get back into it.
So in other words, you were the first Lil. There are a lot of Lil, there are a lot of LILs, but you were the first.
I was one of them.
I just said that.
Kim was out before I was.
Oh, Lil Kim. Right.
Kim was out before I was. Am I one of the biggest littles? Absolutely.
I just said that.
So in the talent, when you did talent shows in Columbus, you were rapping.
Just said that.
You win them? You win all your shows?
I just said that he was the first little. I just said that. I just explained that shit. I just said that. What Shannon said, he was the first love. He was the first love. L-I-L. He was the first one. I'm telling you. He was the first love. And now everybody else all these shorties want to come up and start rapping after him.
Killing him.
You killing him.
Jack the Rapper. That's one of like the biggest hip hop conventions.
Yeah, Jack the Rapper was here in Atlanta.
Yep.
So you came with Jack the Rapper?
Did Jack the Rapper, did all that. I was at everything. Like opened up for Tupac and Yo-Yo back in the day.
Yeah.
Man, I want to find that picture so bad. That picture's so tough. Yeah, opening up for people. I mean, I was doing everything. I mean, you name it, man.
Right.
I remember doing
So
Value City
you
commercials.
was a traveling.
Oh yeah,
Man, this nigga
it was up.
killed
It wasn't just no,
bro.
okay.
This nigga killed the game. This nigga killed the game, bro. I'm telling you. Killed the game with all this rapping shit. Killed it, bro. Killed it. Why y'all think now all these other, the drill, I'm gonna put it on the drill side now. Like I said, Lil Mouse, he wanted to start rapping at this young age, at a young age. Cause it Bow Wow. Cause it Bow Wow. Who else? It's a lot of them want to start rapping at a young age. Cause it Bow Wow. I'm telling you. Everybody know this. Come on, man. Don't say he was the first one. He wasn't the first one that started all this. Shorties want to start rapping at a young age and all this shit. Because he was. He was.
Okay, in Columbus, and then I go to Cleveland, and I go to Canton, and I go to these Ohio.
Nah,
you was going state to state.
Yeah, and I really have to move much because
Don't
Columbus,
tell
you know, that's the
me,
capital.
hey, don't tell
And
me.
then for me, being at Columbus isn't like a
Put
big city
y'all
like in
niggas
Atlanta or
on
New York. If you ringing bells in
Start
anything,
Yeah.
sports,
That's why a lot of
music,
niggas want to start rapping at a young age. Because of him.
like you can seriously own the town. Like
Right.
they will get behind you and rally to
Right.
let you know like you
Mhm.
here. So it's almost like I really didn't have to go nowhere. Like a lot of the competitions that we were doing in Columbus, I was winning them, performing at East High School. Man, I did it. Like I've done it. And
Right.
everybody in Columbus that they know, like this boy, it didn't happen overnight.
Right.
I remember about coming to here, sneaking in here. You know, his mom and them would.
Another one.
I mean, I did it all. I did it all.
Like he said.
How did you learn that stage presence? Were you ever nervous? Because it strikes me like you're just a natural performer, and nerves was never an issue with you. Or did you have to develop that?
I love that stage. I love the stage. It's
because your mom probably had you performing in front of family and friends at a very young age.
Yep.
So they come over, hey baby, do that.
Yeah, my mama be like, stop covering the damn mic. You can't cover the mic, you muffled. All y'all rappers want to cover the mic. You gotta hold the mic right there underneath. I'm like, man, it's feel when I'm hosting.
Right.
But when I'm rapping, I gotta
Right.
get in my bag.
Right.
LL Cool J.
Yes.
LL did it for me. Watching him perform,
Mm-hmm.
so many similarities that I see when I look at L pertaining to myself.
Mhm.
Heavy female records,
Mhm.
the women fan
Right.
base. But when you watch him perform, to me, that's my idol. That's my go-to. That's my GOAT. That's the film that I watch. You know,
Mhm.
we watch film and we study. I watch old L Cool J performances, and you will see the moves that I've
Right.
stole from this man. I'm happy to say this. He knows this.
The nucleus of the mafia, nationally, internationally, however you look at it, you're going into the belly of the
OG, he's my GOAT. And when I watched him, I was just like, yo, this dude rocks. Like he
Mhm.
rocks a crowd.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. It's cool to have a hit. It's cool to sound good on the record. It's cool but when people come see you live in concert that pay their money and the music matches with what they see live is different.
Right.
You got it. So
Right.
for me, I take the stage very seriously. And I come from that cloth. I come from that era where performing is everything, right?
Right.
Rocking the crowd, rocking the house. So
Mhm.
LL is the only
He
person
was.
that I watch for that. And
He right about that. He was rocking the crowd. He had all, like I said, he had all the shorties on him, bro. All the females on him. All the females rocking the crowd. All the females rocking the crowd. Like, bro, we know this already.
And you'll see it like little subtle things. The leg thing I do is all air when I'm in down. When I'm rapping Fresh, I feel like I'm performing bad. I'm bad every night. And when I do Fresh, I really feel like I'm doing bad. So he means so much to me, just performance-wise and everything that he's done.
Did you ever get nervous and forget a lyric or forget a step or something while you was on stage?
Oh man, they trying to, man.
I did one time. One time I was in Chicago. That's when I first came out. Jermaine was on stage first. He brought me out to do bounce with me. I come out there, I kid you not, I rapped the second verse on the first verse, and it completely threw off everything. I'm hearing my ad lib saying different things, and I promise you, I remember like it was yesterday. The face that Jermaine had on. Oh, it was that. It was, are you serious right now? Like that's what it was.
Right.
And I'm looking at him like, he can see it in my eyes, but I'm just gonna keep rapping. Like he see it. I'm gonna just keep it going. But I knew
did the crowd know?
Oh, they most definitely knew.
Okay.
But the thing is, keep going. But I've had my mishaps. I done fell through holes on stage.
Damn.
Yeah, like we know this, right? I have these things on stage sometimes where I get launched out of.
Right. Yes.
And you got to be careful because if somebody else is coming up, if I have a surprise guest, it'll be down.
Right.
So, this wasn't this tour. This was our first run with the Millennium. Well, my second.
Right.
With the Millennium. And I had Soulja Boy in the hole. And I forgot that the night before we did MSG, I didn't have him because we couldn't bring our stage.
Right.
So it's down. Soulja's in it waiting. And I kid you not. And I was a little hungover. It was my birthday the night before. I literally went missing. Bam, fell on top of Soulja. He in the hole like, what is going on? I done fell on him and I said, bro, oh my God. And then he looks at me, he goes,
he won it.
Man, you ain't doing what
I won.
I said, bro.
Bow won that battle. All these Bow Wow won that battle against Soulja Boy. I believe they had that battle 3 years ago. He won that battle. I was going for Bow. I was going for Bow. Yeah, that battle, I was going for that. Yeah, he definitely killed that battle. Bow Wow versus Soulja Boy. Oh man, he killed it. He killed that stage though. I'm telling you. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Killed
it. I said, we're gonna stand up straight and we're gonna come up together. And when we came up together, we came up laughing, and it was a moment. But my manager was like, "Yo," so I got the stage and said, "You got to post this before anybody else posted." So, but yes, things happen.
Right.
Things happen.
So, as a kid, were your mom allowing you to go to concerts as a kid and see some of this gangster rap and see some of these rappers? Do you remember the first concert you went to?
First concert I went to was the Chronic tour.
Wow.
Snoop, Dre, Boss, and Onyx.
Right.
Yep. That was
6 years old.
Yep. I was there.
And from that point on, you was hooked.
Gone.
So did you know they were gonna bring you out?
Not at all. So AJ Johnson, God rest his soul, who plays Ezell on Friday.
Yeah.
He was the MC, he was the host of the tour. And during the intermission, he said, well, anybody want to come up here and think they got what it take? And
wow.
He picked me out the crowd, like, man, bring little man up.
Oh.
I'm talking about in front of like 16,000. I just started rapping. Rapping, a little rap somebody might have wrote for me.
Right.
Crowd going crazy.
Wow.
Throwing money on the stage. Me, I stopped rapping. I'm grabbing the money. I'm like, man, this right here. I'm like, forget this. I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? And then crowd was going crazy. And Daz actually, Daz was like, he was the one who saw me.
Real crazy.
He said, man, I'm about to take you to the back and let you meet Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. I'm about to bring you back here. Little homie cold.
Right.
They
brought me back there, met him, and that's when I met Dre and Snoop for the first time. We got an epic photo. At 6 years old, in the middle of.
Every time he got on that stage, man, he had the crowd going crazy. The females were going crazy over this nigga back in the day. They bought his every album that came out, all the females went to go cop that shit. All the albums. Going crazy. Chasing after this nigga and everything, man. I'm telling you. Going real crazy.
Of Dre and Snoop. And then that's when they was like, you know what? We're gonna do this every night. We're gonna bring him on the road, put him in the crowd, and we're gonna yell like, who wanna come on? We're gonna pick him every night. Right. And we're gonna let Lil Man get off.
Oh, so that's how that worked.
Yep.
Okay. So now I be knowing because they be like, oh, and they be bringing this person up, and that person already be planted.
Might already been planning it. But that's what they stood with, like, yo, nah, we gonna bring Lil Man with us. And I never look back.
So when they told you, so, okay, we're going to do this. So when you go out there and they say, oh, Dad takes you back. You meet Snoop, you meet Dre. And they say they're going to bring you out. Do you remember the song that you performed out there with them?
I definitely don't. I definitely don't. And it was towards like the end and stretch of the tour.
Right.
So what I do remember was, as soon as the tour was over, they went in production for Snoop album, for Doggy Style. So I was around when he made Doggy Style. I was in studio sessions while they were making it and creating it. Like I'm watching Unc in the booth. Like I'm sitting out here just watching them work on this album.
Right.
And that's how I got on the album. You know what I mean? From being there. Then I did a couple records that leaked. They on YouTube. They out. It's bad. It's bad. The language that I was using is crazy.
Yeah,
they had me on something.
Yeah, if CPS would have found out back, they didn't came and got you.
Oh God, would they? I mean, it was crazy what they was on. They were really molding me to be Lil Snoop, like for real. I had Corrupt writing my rhymes, and you know, at that time it was just stuff that a 7-6-year-old shouldn't really be rapping about, and Snoop knew that, and then that's how that whole thing kind of played out.
Did you feel like everything, because it happened so quick? You're 6 years old, you're on stage, you're at a concert, you see them, you go back, you start doing this. Did you feel like everything was coming easy?
Not that it was coming easy. I feel like it wasn't coming fast enough.
Okay,
actually, because once I got to LA, a lot of artists. Well, I don't know about now, but I know back then a lot of artists had to sit on the label. We call that basically when they sign you, but you're gonna wait your turn.
Right.
Artist development, we gotta get you right, and all of this type of stuff. So I just felt like I was ready.
You felt you was already right. It wasn't no sense in waiting.
Man, I was ready. I want it. You know what I mean? But obviously it wasn't my time.
Right.
Crisscross was on fire. ABC was out. I probably would have drowned. Like they had the market sold up. You know what I mean? So it was perfect timing for Snoop to be like, you know what?
Hey,
I know the person I'm gonna put him with. I know exactly where he need to go because this Death Row thing.
Every time a concert came, man, all this niggas tickets was sold out back in the day. All of them. Albums and everything ran up. He had the females going crazy.
It's just not it for him.
Right.
Like it's not safe. And I don't want him growing up, being influenced by the gang culture. Now he banging and he doing this. I know exactly what to do with him. I'm gonna place him right with Jermaine Dupri. Wow. And I know he gonna take him exactly where I know he need to go. Yep.
But before that happened, you signed to Death Row and you moved to Cali, and your mom didn't go with you.
Nah, moms end up coming out there later.
Right.
But off the rip, I was staying with Nancy Fletcher. That's one of Snoop's background singers at the time.
How old were you? You remember how old you were?
Probably like 6 going on 7.
And your mom didn't say, hey, go ahead.
Yeah.
That's a lot of trust.
A lot of trust. But trusted Nancy with everything. She was such a sweet person, sweetheart, took care of me, took me in, I lived with her. And I really wasn't around the guys much. Like it was a home environment, even in LA. Then my mom ended up coming out there later. And we ended up getting an apartment.
Right.
I believe out in Sherman Oaks somewhere, I think it was. And then from there, my mom went back, and then I went back after her, back to Columbus. And that's when I wanted to play football and just be a kid.
Right.
Then we got that call.
Right.
Time to come today.
Wow. I mean, things are happening so fast. So, okay, now you rapping on the Dog Style album. You like, but Snoop, not only he did you a favor twice, he brought you out there because he saw the talent in you, but he also saw that, you know what I'm rapping about and what this culture is about, he doesn't need to be a part of this.
Right.
And he moves you along. Well, because did you know that's what he was doing it for? Or you thought like, maybe I'm not good enough and they don't believe in me?
It never was a moment where I felt like I wasn't good enough. I understood.
But
because it was so
did
hard.
He explain that to you?
No, he never did. But it was so self-explanatory. He didn't have to. It didn't have to. The writing was on the wall. I seen it.
Okay.
Just being around, witnessing the things that was going on, and seeing what Snoop was going through.
Right.
I knew he didn't have time to focus on no artists. he had to focus solely on himself. And he
Right.
felt like that was so selfish. It would be selfish of him to
Right.
worry about him, but still having me near. I'm
Right.
getting older. And it's like, man, this dude, I know this kid can go.
Right.
I just got to put him with somebody. I don't want to be the reason
He
doesn't make it. He has to make it.
Right.
And we done moved him out here. The next thing for him is, boom,
Right.
JD. And it was almost like dropping off your kid and come back to get him. It was like, here you go, JD. But look, nephew, I'm gonna swerve around the block. A little later on, we gonna meet. All right.
Right.
And once I got hot, it was up.
Bro,
And first album, second single,
Right.
Snoop, me and Dog, #1. So it's like he was right. I'm gonna place you there, and I'm gonna come back around and come get you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come get you. And he got me.
When he was on Dogfather, you Gin and Juice. Did you know what Gin and Juice was?
Nope. I just remember seeing this green bottle all the time at Larry B Studios
Yeah.
with the little red circle on it.
Right.
I'm like, man, why y'all be having that around? And there was always some orange juice around.
Right.
I'm like, what is that? They're like, that's Tang around my own it. Eric, that was a thing back then.
Right. Yes.
You don't hear nobody
No, I
talking about
don't.
nobody talking
No,
about,
no.
hey, bring me 20 bottles of gin.
Right,
Like, you
no.
don't hear that. Like,
No.
that's not the thing. But yeah, I had no clue. I just knew this is green bottle with this red sticker on it.
Yep.
And it's always in the studio or it's around and it's always next to some damn orange juice. I don't get it.
But around that time, Tupac was around.
Yeah.
And I read that you.
What were you thinking for salary?
What were you thinking for salary?
Well, what were you thinking about salary?
What were you thinking?
EVE Online is a vast
That you tried to sneak in the studio.
Oh, absolutely.
with Pac was.
Absolutely. I just one thing about me, I always remain like being a kid.
Right.
No matter how big I got, no matter what I was doing, being a child meant everything to me.
Right.
You know, and yeah, that's true. Pop was working, and I'm like, I gotta see this. I want to see it.
Right.
I want to see it.
Right.
And I don't even know if he even remembers me because I opened up for him years back, but
Right.
I don't even think he know this the same kid.
Right.
You know what I mean? So definitely try to sneak in. Most definitely, I wanted
Right.
to see that up close. But I'm glad I got the chance to watch Snoop though,
Right.
because to be there to witness, watching him create one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time, and
Right.
to say you was in the same room and watched it, how it was, and back then how the tracks were, you know, they used to have to get the razors and cut the tape. Like it was amazing watching how.
It all came together.
Yep, I was there for it. Like I hear these. If I play Doggy Style now, it's like it's weird for me because every song I just remember where I was.
Right.
Like I'm glad that I was able to have that moment.
Was Suge around during that time?
Oh, most definitely, shit was around.
Right.
100%. Most definitely.
So you left. So Snoop drops you off at Jermaine Dupri.
Yep.
What was your first interaction? What was your first conversation with JD like?
Why you late?
Damn.
Why you late? That was it. And he couldn't believe it because you got to think I despise, like I didn't really rock with JD at first.
Right.
Because of the crisscross stuff. So I'm like, man, now I'm about to go work with the person who put them in motion. And
Right.
I don't know, man. What if he try to sabotage? I don't know,
Right.
man. I don't know. I want to be with my man.
Crisscross.
I want a dog, man. I
Right.
want to be with Snoop. And I remember he picked me up in Buckhead, me and my mom from the Hyatt Hotel,
Okay.
in an all JD, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if it was the black one or the white one. He had two Bentleys,
Right.
big boy Bentleys.
Right.
And he picked me up in one. Never seen a Bentley in my life.
Right.
So I'm walking to the hotel. I'm like, man, you late. Man, he had me and my mama sitting at the hotel all day. Like, he like, damn, that's crazy. Like, this kid is a star. Like, this the first thing he's telling me. I'm like, yeah, man, because he looked like a kid to me too. Jermaine
Right.
was fun and
Right.
short. I'm taller than him now, but like, I just.
But y'all was close in height back then.
He
Though.
was close to height back then. And I'm just like, that was it. I was like, you late? And then the first question I asked him, I said, yo, why this car ain't got no logo on it? It's just a B on here. Like, I never seen it. Coming from Columbus, I've never seen no car with just a B on it.
Right.
It's a Bentley. I'm like, I don't know what that is. But all I know, Shannon, he had the thick rabbit fur.
Mhm.
You know what I'm talking about? He was
Yeah.
coming from Bentley coming in. I mean, I was like, nah, this different. This
Okay, I like
it's
this.
something.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
something. It's
yeah.
something. We ain't got these.
Right.
And then from there, he knew exactly what to do. He's like, I went to the crib, went to his house, flexed it on me. 11 cars in the driveway. Never seen nothing like it. Boy, I had two Bentleys, Porsches, Rovers, the 745s when they was out back then. I mean, Ferraris. Man, JD was wilding. And when I saw that,
I'm where I'm supposed to
I was
be.
like, Mama, I'm kind of glad Uncle passed me over here to JD. I ain't see this.
Right.
This different. I'm
You
like,
saw 6 folds out there, huh?
man, listen, I'm like, man, JD, I will say this. The first man that I seen, I'm on 2 eyes, that I seen myself and I said, dang, I want him to be like, he's what I look up to him as a father figure. Jermaine filled that void that my father left. You know what I'm saying? Like when I saw him, I knew, man, I wanna make him happy. I wanna make him the most money so we can keep buying cars.
Right.
He showed me the blueprint. I want everything he got plus more.
Right.
And you know, that's like being a kid on the block and you see the dude come around in the S550, you like, damn, that's gonna be me one day. I just gotta know how to get to it. And when I saw that, I'm like, all right, this is
how old were you at that time?
I'm probably like 11 now.
Okay.
Probably like 11. JD had me like 11.
Right.
So when I saw it, I was like, when we get in that studio, that's what I want to know.
Right.
And he made me sit for a minute. We did a song on the Wild Wild West soundtrack for Will Smith. It ain't do nothing. And the song ain't do nothing. But it made it to the soundtrack.
Right.
But it ain't do nothing. It wasn't, he was just making sure I was ready. But I was so happy to do that record. And I remember playing that song all the time, like, all right, we got some chemistry. We gonna make some magic here. Right. This is up. This is me and you for life, for sure.
You understood, you said he had Chris Cross, Brad, Usher. So you knew he had made big stars. And you're like, well, hell, he did it for them. He can do it for me.
Yeah.
Was that your thought process?
You think that? And there's sometimes where it could be a top producer and it don't happen for you like that. Like I've seen cats come to Social Death and
Were you or a loved one admitted to an Illinois behavioral health facility? A global settlement may be coming in 2020.
And it might not work out for them.
Right.
And I see them leave Social Death and they blossom. So every situation
it's different.
It's totally different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Jermaine just, I told him, I said, listen, if I'm not the biggest artist you ever had on your label, then I failed. Like, I want to be the biggest artist you ever had. Stand next to you. That's what I want to be.
Why do you think you and JD had the chemistry that you guys possess? You had it, you felt it right off the bat. Why do you think there was such great chemistry between you two?
I think because Jermaine is the only child, and I am too.
Oh, okay.
And also, being that Jermaine was still in his 20s, that too. That too. And I just think that he might have always wanted a little brother.
Right.
And I always wanted a big brother or father. And I never had it.
Right.
And he never had it until we met each other.
Right.
So at first it started out like, that's big bro, that's big bro. That's little bro. Then it's like, nah, that's really like your son, bro. Like that man, me, look up to you. Y'all talk alike, y'all walk alike, everything. And it was true.
Right.
And I think that's what made it so perfect. I was looking for something and he was probably looking for something. And then boom. Like to this day, he like, I ain't gotta have no son. He is my son. Bow is my son. That's my son. Like he'll say it proudly too.
Working with Usher, did you feel like he was going to be able to do that? Because you said a lot of times you see guys that be with these great producers and they don't find success over there. They go somewhere else that the producer that's not as known.
Right.
But he had Usher, and Usher was just
fire.
Exploded.
I was there for that. I was there. Look, man. I had the Confessions album before anybody had it on a burnt disc, like coming like from the studio though.
Right.
Like Jermaine used to ride around to it before it even came out. I knew what that was gonna be. Really? And just and not only not just my projects that Jermaine has worked on, but being there for the Confessions album and watching him and Brian Michael Cox, how they did it. And you know, it only inspired me more. And I remember Jermaine, like he sent me to an Usher concert one time. Like, I need you to go get inspired. I think you just getting a little bit too relaxed. So he sent me off to Usher's concert, and I believe it was a Confessions tour. I went, and I was just mind blown. I was like, man, all right, I gotta feel it again. I gotta get it. I gotta turn it back up. So Jermaine is just a wizard of. He just knows, right? He just knows how to put you in certain situations. He knows that each artist is different, but he knows how to tap into each one of his artists. But I definitely told him, if I sign with you, if I'm gonna roll with you, I want to be the biggest artist you ever had.
It did that.
Did that.
When you started to blow up, Bounce With Me, you had That's My Name, Puppy Love, Ghetto Girls.
We made it happen.
How did that change your life? Now you're in a different stratosphere.
Now
did you act differently, or were you still the same Bounce?
I was bad as hell. I was bad as hell. I was bad as hell. I would go, listen, okay, so around this time, this triple platinum battle, this is the first album.
Right.
Man, I'm pulling up to the Social Death offices, going out, hitting the power surges, boom, boom, boom. Lights go off in the office, everybody computers, meetings going on. They're like, what the hell? Jermaine banned me from the studio. Jermaine banned me from the office.
Damn, you cutting up like that?
I was a bad kid. Like I knew that's why I believe when people ask me, like, how do you think you still have your head on your shoulders? I'm like, because I had my childhood.
Right.
Nobody took that away from me. I played football, but even when I was famous, I remained a kid. I was pulling pranks on people. Like I said, turn off the power at the office. I just had no care. And not only being a superstar, a young superstar, but I'm still a kid. So I got that, it's really nothing you can say right now.
Right.
Because I'm paying your bills, I'm paying your bills,
right.
I'm paying your bills. I'm keeping the lights on so I can turn these lights off whenever I feel like it. So, and I'm a kid.
Right.
So there's only so much you're gonna do but call my mama.
Right.
That's all you can do, or tell Jermaine, and Jermaine gonna be like, stop. And
I ain't stopping.
So I remained a kid, bro. And if Jermaine was here, he'll tell you that's one thing that boy did. We could be anywhere. He just always, at that time, he was a kid.
Right.
And he remained it.
What's your favorite memory from that time?
Favorite memory from that time. It'd be Southern Madison Square Garden.
Wow.
Yeah, MSG for sure. The Garden. And it's so many moments. Like I'm just sitting there thinking, it's so many, me and Madonna, so many memories, but that one right there was different for me.
Right.
Cause I'm like, all the history that happens in this band. 13, a little boy from Ohio, really? Wow. 16,000 kids in here, this is crazy. And then to do it again, then to come back and do it again, and then to be 38 and we still doing it, it's a blessing.
Excuse me. Play you for those ultras?
Well, we're kind of high level.
I never imagined.
Did you think, I don't know. I'm trying to think, is there a child star that's as big as you were as big as you were back then? Because you had to,
yeah,
teenage girls follow you, them small girls follow you, fainting, just like wanted to take a picture, wanted to get a glimpse of you, wanted to see Bow Wow.
Just explain.
One person come to mind.
The
closest thing to Lil Bow Wow probably be BB.
Okay.
I give it to JB. That's my man.
Out of Shannon's mouth.
That I only because he started
I
young.
explained it all.
Mm-hmm.
I was 13 though, so I was the youngest. I'm not sure. I think Bieber might be 13, 14, whatever. But the closest that I've seen, because Chris started at 15, 16.
Right.
He was already getting to it. Where me and B was probably like 13 years old.
Right. Because when Michael blew up, he was in the group. He wasn't solo like you and Beeb, like you were, like Beebs were. He was with the Jackson 5, and then once he went on his own.
Good night. Good night.
So what was the craziest fan interaction?
Now this is good. I'm in Chicago.
Okay.
I had 3 sold out shows in one day. All right. That's how they used to do them. Theater shows.
Right.
I just said that.
Like the 1 o'clock.
Nigga had every.
The matinee, and then we do the 7
every
p.m.
album
Right. 3 sold out shows in one day. It's crazy. So
everything sold out back in the
I want to say after the second show. Yep. After the second show, I go out to my tour bus, and it's a loading dock. And you just look up and you see all the fans waving their posters and screaming, and I just see legs, feet, and bottom of tennis shoes in there. Girl jumped off the loading dock, off the bridge, like the tunnel, and lands on the top of my tour bus. And she was, I've never seen nothing like that. I was like, what the hell?
She wasn't hurt?
Nope. And she said, I'm not getting down until you sign this. Please, you gotta sign this. We had to call the fire department to come out, put the ladder up to the bus, get her down safely. I signed it for her, and the rest is history. The funny thing is, I've met her. I know she's watching. I've met her again since. And she always reminds me, you know who I am? I'm like, I jumped off your bus. I'll be like, oh my gosh. And she's grown now. And every time I see her, it's funny. Just she always bringing it up all the time. But yeah, that was wild.
But during that time also, there was another Little came out, Little Romeo. Was that a healthy competition between you two guys?
I really didn't feel no competition, honestly, because I never really looked at him or anybody
else in your space.
Yeah, and it's not even from like an arrogant or thing. It's more of I was just focused on doing me. I didn't really have time to, you know what I mean? I I feel big. I mean, 3 million records. I'm touring arenas. Like, it's really no.
Right.
I'm not trying to compete with nobody. I'm just doing my thing and I'm winning. I think during that time with him and me, when he came out, it was easy to compare.
Right. Cause you're both young.
Both
He's
young.
Lil Romeo, you Lil Bow Wow.
I got the Mickey Mouse. He got the Bugs Bunny. We both have two iconic hip hop gurus behind us. I got JD, he got P. It was just so easy to pin us together. And me and Rome never wanted the fans to pick and choose and do all that. Like,
there's enough space for both of them.
It's enough space to eat. And we always had a cool relationship. You know what I mean? And I remember as we got older, he told me, like, bro, you know why I did all that, bro? I did that because I looked up to you, bro.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was no different than every other little boy with braids, bro. It was you. Why you think I'm Harlem shaking in my videos? I know that's yours. Why you think I'm doing the C-Walk movie?
Right.
I know that, but I looked up to you, bro. And I never told you that. And I want to say and he gave my roses when me and Soulja Boy did verses. He came on the stage and gave another speech like, Val, you the Jordan, I'm the Kobe, and, you know, Soulja the Bron, however you put it. But I never in life had a problem with Romeo. Never in life. I think it was more of, and if he was here, he'll say the same thing. It was more of the people,
the fans doing
trying to stir up something to give the media and everybody something to talk about. But we ain't let it happen though.
Have you ever been starstruck?
Hell yeah. On 2 occasions.
Okay.
One of them I was Bow. Like I'm like me. I'm here now.
Right.
Barack Obama got me.
Really?
Man, to this day, I still feel like it was fake. I feel like it was a cutout. Like, was it really him?
Right.
Bro, I went to the White House. Like, that's a big flex for me because I remember like we used to have to save up our money and ask our mamas for field trip. You know, you used to take the bus up to DC.
Yeah.
Just so you can go 13-hour trip or 8-hour drive on the yellow bus to go stand outside the gate.
Yeah, to see the White House.
To see it.
Not going inside.
Not going inside it. Nothing. I'm like, man, this the flex, bro. I'm in here.
Right.
Like, I'm looking, I'm walking around and immediately they called our group. Bam, time to go downstairs and take pictures. I'm like, all right, I ain't know what to expect. I'm like, man, damn, it's crazy. You see it on my face. I'm like, man, this is wild. Like, I never thought. Man, I hit that corner. Miss Michelle was right there. Obama right there. First thing he said, roll bounce. You know, he shot in Chicago. He's like, roll bounce. You already know. Let go. I'm like, oh, that's dope. You saw it? That's hard. I appreciate that. That's hard. And then we took the photo, bro. If we post a picture of myself, and bro, I had the biggest smile. That's probably the biggest smile you'll ever see on my face because I just couldn't believe it. And I sent the picture right to my mom. And that was a moment right there. That definitely was a moment. And then the first time I met MJ, I call him Mr. Jordan, but Michael, but Mr. Jordan. I call him Mr. Jordan.
It's like he levitating in there. He don't seem real, does he?
I be trying to tell my boys that it's different.
Y'all hear?
It's different. It's different. I know who your GOAT is. We're gonna get to that later, but it's different.
He don't seem real.
I'm trying to tell people it's different.
Dude, levitate.
It's different. It's different. And how we met for the first time is crazy because Marcus is one of my close friends.
Right.
Like we pretty much grew up together. Every Scream tour, I stayed at the house.
Right.
The house that they just sold. I will always stay there.
Right.
And how we met was we didn't even meet during like Mike.
Right.
So just imagine. So I'm over at Marcus' house. I told you I'm a big Duke fan now.
Right.
That's a North Carolina. That's a Tar Heel house.
Yeah, he don't play that.
I wore Reeboks to the house. I wore some Iverson. That was my guy.
Right.
After Marcus' dad retired, AI was my man. The tat, the braid. I just saw me. So I'm in the house with the Iversons. I wake up. Me and Marcus in his room. We wake up in the morning. I just see that door crack open like a father, like a real dad. Hey, who bullshits these? And Marcus looking like, you already know. Don't even look at me. It's Jumpman forever.
Right.
I'm on the floor asleep. I'm like, huh? He like, these yours, Val? I'm like, yeah. Shit's going in the trash. John Michael, man. Get little man some kicks. Man, after I never saw my Iversons ever again. Marcus told the story.
Threw your shoes in the trash.
Threw my Iversons away. Gone. That was my introduction. And ever since then, anytime he see me, it's short shit. When you gonna grow some inches, short shit. You still short as shit. Look at you. You ain't gonna grow inch. Look, like he always gonna pop it.
Yes.
He gonna pop it.
Yes.
And that was probably wasn't even probably the only 2 times I was like, oh wow, okay.
These photos.
Oh, that's crazy.
I mean, people don't know this,
Oh,
but you do realize like LeBron is only 2 years older than you.
I know. Do you see how like tall he is? Yo, I got one of the coldest pictures. That's crazy.
Beyonce's 5 years older than you.
That's insane.
So how old do you think you are in this picture?
I'm probably like 13. And that pair like 14. No, 13 probably. 13 going on 14. Or I might be 14.
That's it. I think. No, look at this.
That picture is incredible.
How is this when you're like 6?
Gay.
How old are you here?
There,
that's whole JD.
I'm like 13 right there.
Hold on.
That's probably all in the same time. Yeah. Because was my album out then? I want to say no. I don't think Beware of Dark. We were probably working on my album at the time because I got the Iced Out Mickey Mouse chain. So I got the chain already, but I don't think Bounce With Me came out. It was about to come out.
Right.
Yep. This around Money Ain't a Thing era because I came out and performed with Jay-Z and JD in Atlanta here at the Atrium.
Right.
So yeah, that's around that time.
When you see those pictures, what goes through your mind?
Is that kid 78 years old now? Or yet? Legacy. That's
Do
what
you
I see,
remember
legacy.
how old are you in this picture? 13?
16.
6?
16 in that picture. Yep. Brown was about to go to sleep. Brown at 18.
Mm-hmm.
I was 16. And I was at TRL when we did that. I got a cold picture of LeBron after that when he got to the league that I've never shared with nobody.
Right.
And I told myself, my boy know this. I said, the day he retired is when I'm gonna post it. I got a fire picture in Atlanta too
Wow.
with Brown. Fire. I can't wait to post it.
You did the remix, jumping, Destiny's Child remix.
Mm-hmm.
What was your interaction with them? I mean, because to meet Beyonce, because at the time they're Destiny's Child. Beyonce hadn't gone on for her own yet,
Correct.
but they're the hottest women's group out.
Absolutely.
And so you meet them. So what's going through your mind?
I go to Houston for the first time.
Okay.
With JD and Brian Michael Cox.
Okay.
We go down there, they working on the record. I'm in the studio with them.
Mhm.
Beyonce was younger back then, was a thrill to work with. And the thing is, we were label mates. So Destiny Child was on Columbia.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills.
My watch is broken.
You could tell time by measuring the sun's distance from the horizon.
I was on Columbia. So we always intertwined, like always was moving through each other. If I'm at the wars, they're there. If I'm in the office having a meeting and I'm in New York, the girls are there too. So I will always see them. And that's how me and Solange was able to have our own friendship and our own thing. And you even see her play a little part of my career. And we did a movie together, Jonathan Vacation. And then she was in one of my videos. And that's how that whole thing kind of stemmed. And then Yvette, who works very close to Beyonce, was also overseeing some of my projects too. So we were label mates. So it was just so easy to have that blend. But yeah, man, it was a pleasure working with them. And even to this day when I see B, she's always the same. Kelly as well. They're all Michelle. They're always the same. I can say that, like, never changed, never switched up. And I was happy that I got a chance to work with Destiny's Child, the group. Like that's something I hold dearly.
Your song "Bounce With Me," it was in the soundtrack "Big Mama House."
Mm-hmm.
How does if you get a song on a soundtrack and it's obviously the movie, how does that help a song? Does it help or does it really take it to the next?
I used to sell them bootleg movies. Man, I remember my mama got that shit on bootleg. Johnson Family Vacation. Watch that shit, man. That shit used to have me. Man, I'm talking about, man, I used to love watching that shit. That used to be my movie right there. My mama got that bootleg ass Johnson Family Vacation. Motherfuckers used to sell them bootleg movies back in the day. Man, pop that motherfucker in, watch that motherfucker. I'm like, man, that's when that shit had first came up. We had that shit. Man, I used to love watching Johnson Family.
Next level?
If it's a hit.
Yeah.
If it's a hit, yeah. But also, I mean, like, soundtracks were so big back then.
They were.
Talking about Men in Black soundtracks. Soundtracks doing double, triple platinum, right?
Yes.
And yes, there were the first single off of a soundtrack, usually 9 times out of 10 was a smash record.
Right.
And I guess that's what happened with Big Mama's House with Bounce With Me because it became a #1 record.
Right.
And it definitely jump-started everything, having placement in the movie, hearing it. and then bringing it to life with the video and how Jermaine presented me to come, because the first single off of that Big Mama South soundtrack was him and Monica
Right.
and Nas, and he ushered me in at the end of that video. It was like, he's the future. Who is this? I come busting through the door. It's the beat to the oath. They like, whoa, like who is this little kid? And it was the perfect setup. And Jermaine teased him, and I remember the screen blowing up off of it. And then that's how we segued into Bounce With Me. He let me do a little bit of Bounce With Me at the end of their video,
Right.
and then we went and shot the real thing.
Right. Now, okay, you're blown up. You're doing your rap thing, you're singing. How does this transition take the little right and now you're doing movies? Did you always want to do that? Did you see that
No.
naturally?
I had no idea. I had no idea. That wasn't even in the plan.
Okay.
By me playing so much basketball and incorporating sports into my videos, once Beware of Dog came out and we went triple platinum, it's like all eyes is on this kid.
Okay.
He's the biggest thing in music right now. And then 20th Century Fox is working on this movie about a kid who can play basketball pretty good. We gotta get a little Bow Wow. There's only one kid. And
Right.
it was because of how hot I was over here, brought the attention. And they came and got me. So John Schultz, the director of Like Mike, he came to Columbus, Ohio.
Right.
Now I'm 14. I did Like
Okay.
Mike at 14. I'm 14 now.
Yeah.
We're in the gym. Then after trial for the movie, cast me. I was cast before they came down.
Right.
We just in the gym shooting, talking. It's like how we are.
Right.
And you know you got the part of something cooking when they like, okay, cool. So, you know, we gotta get the schedule right and get you out here to, you know, to LA and da-da-da. So I think about this. I'm not taking none of this stuff he's saying serious. Like nothing he's telling me. Cause I'm so ghetto in my mind that when he say movie, I'm thinking baller block and I'm thinking we about to go shoot a DVD, like straight to DVD movie.
Right.
Like when you say movie to me, like at the age I'm at, that's how far off from Hollywood I was. I'm
Right.
thinking like the movies that I like to watch,
Right.
because the movies I like to watch, they don't look like you know how to make them type of movies. So it just don't. So we get to LA, I still don't know how big this thing is. I reported to set and I was like, what is going on? I am lost. Like I knew nothing. I never had an acting coach. I thought I had to memorize my whole script, Shannon. Like I didn't know we break it up in days and we shoot 3 scenes. No. I thought we were going to shoot the whole movie in one day. And I thought I had to memorize this whole script.
Right.
I was thrown off, but I've always been the type of person. Throw me in the water, let me figure it out. I'll learn how to swim.
Right. Man, you look at all these movies, All About the Benjamins,
I was just about
Like
to say
Mike,
that.
Johnson's Family Vacation,
just
Roll
about to
Bounce,
say
Fast
All
and the
About
Furious,
the
Tokyo
Benjamins.
Drift, Lottery Ticket.
I was just about to say lottery ticket. I was just about to say them motherfuckers. Just about to say them.
Medea's Big Family, Big Happy Family, Scary Movie 5, F9. You've been in TV shows with Steve Harvey, Medisha, Entourage, CSI, Cyber. Now, you having to like, okay, I got this music career and I got this acting career. Were you ever torn like, I feel like I'm cheating on one or the other?
Earlier I was. Early in my career I was, because you know, to sustain that hotness in music, you got to stay with it. But then as I got older and I started figuring the music business out and the ups, the downs, the stress, I was like, this Hollywood thing is Hawaii.
Yeah.
This is a mess. Once I got to that point, I could let go of that feeling. Because then acting and being on the set brought me so much happiness because of the stability.
Right.
Rapping, I'm moving, I'm on the road, I'm touring, I'm in a different city every night. The sleep patterns off. I'm in the club, I got a host, I got to do this. It's just, sometimes it's like, woo, 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 woo. It just becomes a lot. With the acting side of things, you know what you're shooting Monday through Friday, schedule. You know what time to wake up. It's the same thing. It's like a 9 to 5 that just pay like a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Right.
And that's what made me love acting more than the music at that particular time. I can't say, it's not the same now.
Not the same now?
Nah.
The first movie you were in, if I'm not mistaken, was All About the Benjamins with Mike Epps and Q?
Correct. And if that's not correct, then it's Carmen with Beyonce and Mos Def.
Okay.
I did Carmen. Robert Townsend directed that movie.
So you do the Mike Epps and Q. How did that come about?
Being Bow Wow, being the hottest kid in the world, and Q, one of the badass boy to play that part, and similar like Mike, go get Little Bow Wow.
Right.
And I remember being in Miami. That was the first time I went. It was hot as hell.
Yes.
And I was sitting all day. When we played this interview back, people were like, hey, sat on the labels, sat on just, yeah, definitely was. But it was cool. It was fun. It was fun. I remember like it was yesterday working with Mike Epps and working with Cube. And then to fast forward time, and now look, it's like, damn, you mentioned Lottery Ticket, and now they in my movie, Cube and Mike Epps. It's like full circle. I went from having 3 lines with Mike to him starring in my movie with me. So, wow, God is good.
And then you do Like Mike, and you have NBA players. You have AI, Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, T-Mac, Steve Francis, Dirk, Gary Payton. Gary Payton. What's your favorite moment about being on the set and now all of a sudden these NBA players, because at once upon a time you wanted to be a basketball player.
Oh,
and so now you got your own movie, and you're on the set and you got NBA players. These some of the best NBA players.
I was doing to them what cats do to me. If I go to a URL battle, or if I go somewhere, yo, battle, let me rap for you. Let me get that. What? Man, I was challenging them left and right. I need that one-on-one. I got to see my real. No cap. Jason Kidd played me. Gary Payton played me one-on-one. I beat Lonzo, even though he wasn't. You just talking about NBA players just in general. Beat him. That's recorded. That's documented.
Lonzo
Ball.
You beat Lonzo Ball?
Did I? With no shoes on.
You cooked him?
With no shoes.
You got the footage?
It's everywhere.
You cooked him? Wow, you cooked him?
They was talking about this on ESPN.
I ain't know about that.
Oh, man, what? Lakers came down here to Atlanta when he was playing with the Lakers. All of them. Brandon Ingram, everybody was at the studio. We got Jermaine we got a gym inside, full court basketball court. I'm playing around. Okay. I need that. I need that. Bow, no shoes on. Bow. I beat him in the first round. Second round, he came back. He did his thing.
Hey, he might have took it serious.
Yeah, he took it real serious. He wasn't playing. Because we was filming, so I knew. He was like this. They about to put that out. Of course. Of course, they're going to put that out there.
Being at your height, in the movie you dunked.
Yeah.
What's that feeling like? Because you have to like be in a back. Like, I want to know what it feels like to dunk.
I was nervous.
Really?
I was nervous because we had to test it. Like, I was on this harness, on this rig.
Right.
So as I'm running, I remember they pulled it too hard.
Right.
And it's like, whoa, and I got to the rim too fast.
Right.
And it was like, yo. And all right, we got to slow it down a little bit. But once we got it, I really had to run, and then they would do it, and then I would go up. Like, I loved it. It was fun.
You doing all kind of crazy dunks. Huh?
Oh, my God. I was ready for the league then. I was ready.
What about, LeBron did a remake of Space Jam. Would you like LeBron to do a remake? Is there somebody out there that could do a remake of Like Mike? Would you like to see a remake of Like Mike? Or is it too soon?
I don't think it's too soon. I think it should have happened already.
Right.
And they tried to do a part 2. They tried to take it to the street ball aspect. That's when N1 came into the mix. It didn't do good.
Right.
To this day, I don't, and the fans don't consider that a part. I definitely feel that there is something. There's been ideas that we've been playing around with.
Right.
Just talking, nothing locked in.
Oh man.
Even if it's my daughter, or does Calvin have a son now?
Right.
Does
Okay.
Is it?
I like that.
Am I now is Morris Chestnut now the head coach, or he's the owner? Am I still playing? And I'm now what's the dynamic? And we definitely can do it now. I feel, because even women's basketball is dominating too.
Yeah.
But I just see it. I see the Steph Curry. I see Bron. I see KD, D-Book. I just see that cover with the new guys, and I think that'd be dope to do it if done right.
Right.
And I think that is highly possible.
What if Nike released a Like Mike shoe?
I would, with my. Me and Nike spoke about this, and then we did it. I'm gonna be happy as hell, shit. I'm gonna be happy. What? To come out, because a lot of people don't know the Like Mike shoe was the Converse, the Dr. J Converse.
Yes.
You have no idea. Like, we had the Blazer, which is the shoe I actually wore in the movie.
Yes.
And then we had the Converse.
Right.
Tar Heel with the star with the Dr. J joint.
Yes.
And we was torn between the two.
Right.
20 Inches Rock, they could not pick. Fox could not pick. They were like, yo. I'm like, you gotta go with the Nike. Like, what are we talking about here? So, and they dropped the Blazer. People still rock the Blazers. They come in different flavors. But I definitely felt like being that movie was so iconic and so monumental,
Right.
the Blazers should have came out immediately. Can you imagine how much money Nike would have made if they would have sold the Like Mike shoe?
Yeah.
Like right in time of the movie release and put that shoe out.
Right.
That would have been crazy.
Another guy that you played one-on-one was Kobe. Rest his soul.
I knew he was gonna bring this one up.
You got him?
Hell no.
See, Kobe don't take he don't take it easy. He going for the gusto.
Yo, let me tell you, man. Yo, I thought I was gonna have a cool moment for the internet. Like, I'm about to go play Kobe. I'm about to, do my little thing, make a couple buckets, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Right.
I went. The only reason why we played was because Jermaine's assistant at the time played Kobe.
Okay.
And got smoked.
Yeah.
I mean, bad. So I'm like, man, hold up. I ain't hold up. And at that time, I'm big on Bron. Like, I think Bron is like,
right.
And I wore my Cleveland Indian hat to Kobe camp, all that. I'm like, man, you ain't about to do him like that. I'm like, it's Team Heat. I'm like, you're like, what you want? I'm like, man, yeah, if you still playing, I want to play. So Jermaine like, all right, hold up. And I'm gonna tell you something. All that he bow wow and he took it for real. I left that gym and I said, I will never play in the NBA, nor do I want to. I was so sore. Then I went to Orlando. That's right. I went to Orlando to go hang out with Chris. We go to a Magic game. Big Baby lands on me. Now, this the next day after I play I'm sore as hell.
Right.
His big ass lands on me. Like, I'm like, this, I just couldn't do it. Like, Kobe,
how many points you get on Kobe?
None.
He skunked you?
None. He smothered me. He pat his thumb in my waist. He was doing like,
he was playing you like you a real hooper.
He was hand checking and doing all the stuff that if Kobe, I promise, God rest his soul, if he was alive right now, if he was allowed to play defense like he played defense on me in the league, or the league could play defense like that nowadays, it'd be a problem. Like, he literally had his thumb like in my side. He was telling me, you're gonna go wherever I tell you to go. You're gonna go wherever I want you to go. I'm like, I'm doing this. He said, yeah, slap me, push me. I like that shit, push me. And then what was so dope about the one-on-one is people got a chance to see Kobe in a light that they never got a chance to see Kobe. Yeah, you hear about the Mamba mentality, but it's hard to hear when you're watching TV.
Right.
But when we did the YouTube, we play one-on-one, you hear him. My condolences. Man, we can't play like that. I don't give a who said you can make rules? You can't make no rules. And he talking to me crazy. He talking to me like I'm not Val. He talking to me crazy. Like, motherfucker, you in my office. Yeah. And the bet was $1,000, or if I make one shot, he was gonna pay for 2 floor seats for the entire year for me. He was gonna eat that.
Damn. You know them Laker tickets cost too.
So that's why he went so hard. Because you be courtside them game. We know how much they up there.
Yeah.
So to pay for 2 for the whole year, what? I was trying my best to listen.
You tried to get one basket.
Look, it's a clip.
All you had to get was one basket.
Listen, man, there was a clip. If we watch it, we play it back, where he misses the ball go over here. I go get the ball. I swear to God. I grab the ball. You're gonna hear Jermaine saying, let's go, Val. Shoot it. I wanted to. But by the time I raised up, it was no time. Like, even though it was probably space, the way he closed out, that 6'6", that man, it turned into like 7'1". I'm like, oh, hell no. I said, I ain't shooting it. Then he just slapped the ball in my hand. He pushed me around. He throwing me. I'm like, man, I can't do it. And he dunked on me.
Damn. But all you had to do was get one basket, and you get floor seats to the Lakers game for the whole year.
I tried my hardest. He wouldn't let me do it. He wouldn't let me dribble. He wouldn't let me dribble. I'm having the ball, man. He reaching over me, grabbing me like, God rest his soul. And yeah, man, that meant something to me. That's something I can look back at my life. That right there is like a bucket list. Like, every kid would love to play Kobe Bryant one-on-one. Play Kobe, and then for that to tragically happen, yeah, that's something I'm always hold dearly to my heart. Yeah, for sure.
You do Johnson Family Vacation. Steve, said Solange. You knew Solange before you did Johnson.
Correct. Yep.
So that's what made it easy. So what was it like on the set? Because you got two great comedians, Sid and Steve. They probably kept it light the entire time.
They did. They was always joking around, and especially when you work with comedians, the best part is they go off script. That's when they at their best. They don't even pay attention. You'll be watching them and miss your turn. Like, oh damn, it's me. It's my line.
Right.
My fault. They went off script,
Right.
and that's when comedians at their best. No story really sticks out really crazy, because Steve came and shot all of his parts in one day, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Yep, he was in, out. Yeah, Steve was in and out. But I spent a lot of time with Sid, learning from him, talking to him, and Sid knows how to turn it on and off.
Right.
Like, Sid is a real cool St. Louis cat. Like, he's just laid back, super cool, and, he'll say things and it'd be funny, like, man, that dude over there, he'll say, like, something, but he was always super cool, and I remember just being in school all the time. That's all I was doing.
Right.
Working on movies, and it was school. I spent more time in the classroom than I did on set. That's how I go.
Right. Roll Bounce. You got Nick Cannon, Megan Good, Mike Epps, Charlie Murphy. What was it about that? How was that set?
Roll Bounce set was, I'm trying to find the words to describe it. To me, it was work. It was work. I was in a different place in my life. I was 16, going to 17, living in Chicago on my own, becoming a young man now, smelling myself a little too big. I was in a weird space in life. That's why I was able to do that role and do it, because I wasn't acting.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was just getting paid to show my real raw emotions. And that's how I was feeling. The scene with the car, me breaking it, crying, and it was intense. Like, that movie turned me into an actor. Working with Sean McBride.
Right.
I remember before the day before we shot that scene, the garage scene with the car, he told me, look, tomorrow I'm not gonna talk to you. I was like, what? He's like, I'm not gonna say a word tomorrow. I need you locked in. I'm gonna need you. I need you tomorrow. Wow. I didn't understand what that meant.
Mm-hmm.
Came to set next morning, went to the trailer. Good morning, everybody. What's up? What's up, Shy? They don't no good morning back.
No.
Okay, cool. It's a character. So I'm going off your energy then. I'm on what you on. So I did the same thing too. I locked in. I ain't want to talk. And when we got to that set, he drove himself down. He drove his car and sat in the car and said, don't call me out here until y'all call rolling. And he told me right before they called action, I'm about to bring it out your ass today. I'm bringing it out you today. I didn't know what he meant. It's like, you about to see a different you today. Action, bam, right into it. Da-da-da. Looking at him, my mom, da-da-da. I just started crying. I don't know. It was just and then he just gave me the biggest hug after he was done doing it. And said, I'm so proud of you. Then there was his real tears then.
Right.
He really cried with me like, I'm so proud. You are an actor, boy. And that day was the day I said, oh yeah. And I never had an acting coach, nothing. But that was the day.
That was the day that you said, okay.
I'm an actor. I can finally say I'm an actor. I'm not a rapper who acts. I'm an actor. Yeah. I'm not getting these roles because of the rap stuff no more. I'm getting them because I can do it. And I'm going on tape and I'm killing it. And I took it very serious from me. Very serious.
You did Fast and the Furious, but like Vin Diesel, Luda, none of those guys.
I worked with them.
You
on
did?
the last one. Yo,
Okay.
I finally got the chance to work. Yeah. I was waiting on that. Like, I was like, okay, we got to meet up at some point, because the movies that Luda wasn't in were the ones that I was in. I felt like the Luda of those movies, pretty much. I was the rapper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And for me to get that opportunity to be in the scene with Reese and Luda, I always visioned that to happen. I always figured Twinkie has to meet Luda's character.
Right.
This is only right that they meet. And that was the dynamic of that scene. Was us. This was the first time we've ever seen each other in life, but we've heard of each other, but we never met. So that was dope. And then to work with Vin Diesel, I worked with Vin Diesel twice. Such a good dude, stand-up dude, easy to work with. The whole family easy to work with.
Right.
Like Fast and Furious sets it don't feel like work, because everyone's been together for 10 plus years.
Right.
So it's just, we get it. You don't have to worry about nailing that the way. You don't have to worry about coming to set. That scene, I can't remember my line. Man, it's normal. Like, it's just so normal. It's so easygoing. And working with Justin Lin, who I feel is the greatest Fast and Furious director ever.
Okay.
I feel that deeply in my heart. And I had the chance to work with him on his first one, which was Tokyo Drift.
Right. Now, there's the last one coming up. They bringing The Rock back. You gonna be in that one?
If they call, we there. We there, Andy. If they call, we there. We there.
Right. You worked at Medea's Big Happy Family with Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
What's Tyler? Because I've heard only great things about Tyler, about his set and how professional it is, how he pays, how he takes care of his.
Woo. Put it this way. You know how like you might play for a team?
Yeah.
And let's say you get traded, you about to go to this team?
Yeah.
And you get like a Bill Belichick. You don't went from having a cool, fun coach to you doing it your way, and then you get traded. Now Bill Belichick your coach. You like, damn.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta be on my
best behavior. Yes.
I gotta be on mine.
Yeah.
TP like that.
Really?
Mr. Perry. Oh yeah, most definitely. Because his style is he comes from plays. So he's used to things moving very, very quickly.
Right.
Quick. So when I got to set, I'm always prepared, so I'm never worried.
Right.
I'm ready for whatever.
Right.
First scene was the hardest scene of the day. He gave us I'll never forget. First scene was the backyard scene with the fellas. It was a long scene. I said, damn, he giving us the scene first? This the first scene we
first.
shot? Damn,
Out the gate.
like out the gate. Like he don't want us to crawl into it.
Right.
No. And he wants you to move fast. You got to know it. On, next, close, next. So it's like, you got to get it. And he's so hands-on, and he's a genius. He is the person that came in with the Byron. That was TP. He did that. Because I remember Tiana going off of me in the scene, and all you hear is Mr. Perry up behind the thing going, pat your weave, you gotta pat it a little harder. Pat it like this. Pat it like this, Tiana. Like, get in and get in there. Byron. I want to say Byron. The crew laughing. I'm trying not to laugh. But he saw it. He's watching the monitor, and he's like, something's missing. In the middle of the scene, he'll just throw stuff at you. Like, and you got to be able to get with it and go. And Tiana grasped it. She got it. She's like, get ghetto, even more ghetto with it. Byron, I want you to annoy people.
Hell no.
Wow. And boy, did she. She did not disappoint. She did not disappoint. So that was a Tyler thing. He's, like I said, he knows how to, he mixes that play stuff with the movie, and I love it. I love working with Tyler because I love to work fast. I love to move on. And Tyler's the only person I know in the film business who can shoot a movie, a big production movie, in 7 days. And it's going to come to the theater, and you'll think it took 3 months. He knows, he changed the game. Man, I'm telling you, that man changed the game. I've seen it. I'm like, I'll be on sets. I'm like, oh my God. Which was a Tyler Perry studio production. they move fast. So, yeah.
How was it working with TT, Teyana Taylor?
Fun. Been on TT for
they even came
ever. Like, super cool person, talented. Now she's directed, which is dope.
Every move.
And I want to say that was her first movie. Yeah, that was her first movie. She did really, 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 really good. And I expect to see her more stuff. I think she should have did more right after that.
Right.
But like I said, she's very talented, and I wish nothing but the best for T. That's my dog.
Bow, do you remember the first time you opened up your bank account and you saw $1,000, $100,000, $1 million in your account?
Nope. But I remember turning 18, I had to go back to Columbus, and I had to sit in front of that judge. He's like, okay, I'm about to turn over your finances. I was like, okay. Because when you, it was like the Jackie.
So in the beginning, you sort of trust.
Yep, can't touch it.
Can't touch it.
It's got like a Jackie Coogan account or something like that. Did I say that right? So yeah, I think that's what they call it. Correct me if I'm wrong. But you can't touch it. Like your parents can't, nobody. The judge oversees it, and then when you turn 18, he turns his
he turned it over to you.
Turns it over to you. Here you go. And I was so happy because the judge never understood why I needed a Ferrari at 17. I had to go to him for every major purchase.
Wow.
He had to approve it. I'm like, I am a rap star.
Yeah. And it's my money.
Yeah, I need a
Chump.
Yeah, I need a Ferrari. It's not safe. He can do something like a 3 Series BMW would be perfect. It's like, bro, like you are.
Bro, you know who I am?
Me, bro.
Hey, you talking about a 3 Series?
3 Series Beamer. Told me that's what I can get I'm like, you don't understand the culture, dog. I can't wait till I turn 18 and get it. But yeah, of course, man, you always remember seeing that. And even to this day, I still get excited. Like my manager will go over numbers, and you know what I'm saying? We'll handle business, and he always shows me stuff, and I'm like,
Shannon.
God is good.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. God is good.
When they turned the account over to you, what was your first major purchase?
I went car crazy. Because remember, Jermaine,
Yeah.
I had to catch his ass.
Yeah.
So I went, my first purchase was I started out small, but I really wanted this car, the Nissan 350Z when it first came out.
Okay.
I wanted them, it was cool. Everybody.
That's your Fast and Furious or something like that?
Did I do fast? I did fast. After fast, yep. I wanted that car, just thought it was cool, it was neat. Got that. You know how it is. You start getting more money, you see different things. I went from now, I gotta go. I want a Maserati, second car. And I kept calling it Maserati Ferrari because, you know, they sell Maserati at the Ferrari dealership.
Right.
So I used to tell my boy, I got a Ferrari Maserati. They like, what? I'm like, I got a Ferrari Maserati, black on black. They like, you got a Maserati.
Right.
Nah. It's a Ferrari Maserati. They go, and it don't exist. I didn't like them telling me that don't exist.
So you had to go get it.
Took it back.
Got
the yellow 360, got a Ferrari. So at the time when I had the yellow 360, I had that. I had the Bentley, Rover, Hummer, Maybach, took the yellow Ferrari back, got a drop red F430 Spider, had that for a minute, got rid of that, then got an orange Lambo Murcielago, bought that. I went car crazy. That's all I loved was cars. I already had the house. I wanted whips.
Yeah, because what was that your reality show, you and your mom, and you went and got the Maybach?
Yep. That was my second Maybach I bought. My mom bought me my very first one for my 21st birthday.
Right.
And then I didn't really see a point of having one then.
Right.
It was a waste of money.
Right.
But when I went and bought my Maybach on the show, I bought that one. But now I could enjoy it because the lifestyle is different. Right. I don't want to get caught having a DUI when I'm going out hosting and I'm working, or if it's a late night at the studio and I'm trying to make it all the way back to the other side of town, which is, you know, Atlanta traffic. Crazy. 55 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm far. So it's like, I never want to be put in them situations. So I bought the Maybach just for comfort reasons, and it just made sense for me. I live far, filming every day, traveling, just moving and grooving. And besides, like even after this, I used to love just getting in my car, taking my shoes off,
your kickback,
and kick back.
You ain't got to worry about driving.
You ain't got to worry about nothing.
Right.
Nothing. So, yep.
When you growing up, who was your celebrity crush?
Tyra Banks.
Tyra Banks she was always you.
Yep.
She what, 13 years older than you?
Mm-hmm. She could be 30 years older.
It didn't matter.
Because when my mom was married to my stepfather, he always had the sports. He was Sports Illustrated.
Yeah.
And she was like Miss Sports Illustrated. Yeah. So when he had her calendar, I remember finding the calendar in a closet, and I was like, "This is the first woman I saw." I said, "This is everything," and that was the first woman I laid my eyes on. I was like, "I like her." And it was Tyra. It was Hillary Banks. I love some Hillary. And was that really it? Was that it? That might have been it, really. Yeah, that was it, really. Tyra and Hillary.
106 & Park. How did you get the gig of hosting 106 & Park?
Got the gig hosting 106. Me and my boy
about this.
At the time.
Man, bro, I was tuned in every time when Terrence Roxy was posting that shit. Man, that shit used to be on it, cracking. I used to be tuned in with the tune in. Tune in with motherfucking tune in on that shit. Every time it came on, everybody was tuned in, but I was the main one tuned in to that motherfucker. Every time, I used to turn the channel. Man, see 106 Park come on. I knew what time it came on. It came on around 4 or 5 o'clock. Matter of fact, I don't know. I think it was 5 o'clock. One of them. 4 or 5 o'clock. I think it was photo. Man, I used to be, every time that shit came on, I was always on. I ain't turned that channel not one time. Stayed in my room. Man, I love that shit. Everybody loved that, but I was the main one. Tune in. I used to love that shit. 106 Park. I still do to this day. I wish they still had it. I wish they was still running that shit. Running that shit. Man, bro, that shit used to be on and cracking. That and Rap City. After Rap City came off, 106 Park came on after that. Man, I was tuned into that, but I was more tuned in to 106 Park. Every time I was waiting on that show to come on, waiting on 106 Park to come on. That was my shit back in the day. Real for real.
Matter of fact, not even. I was in Australia. And I saw that 106 was going through changes.
Right.
And they, we looking for a host, looking for a host. So I got on the internet playing around. Why are you looking for a host? And I'm Mr. 106 Park. The host right here.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing and Stephen Hill called and said, yo, saw what you put on the internet. You serious? Because it makes sense. I'm ready. And I'm like, damn. Me and my boy Bart packed up, went to New York, and finally hosting the show that they named me after.
Right.
That was dope. It was a fun time in New York. Fun time. I learned a lot. I learned a lot business-wise. I learned a lot in New York. New York taught me a lot. I love that time. Those 2.5 years that I spent was well worth it. I would do it again.
For your third album, you left So Soul JD to do your third album.
Correct.
Why did you feel you needed to leave JD to do your third album?
I never wanted to leave. I didn't. That was the moment where my heart got broke for the first time in music. Somebody who I consider a father figure to me, somebody I love. It's not even about the music. It's family. It's blood to me.
Right.
And he couldn't work with me because of contractual reasons. He ended up leaving Columbia. He went to Arista. And me being a kid, not knowing how the business works, I'm like, well, why wouldn't you take the biggest artist you have? It wasn't that he didn't want to take me, he couldn't. And that's when I realized, wow, contractually, I never was signed to So So Def. I was signed to Columbia. But this whole time I'm screaming So So Def in my record, So So Def this, I got it tatted on me. It's still So So Def. Ain't no contract on that. It's inked. But during that time, I didn't understand. That's why he couldn't take me there. It's like, damn, Val, you under contract. Technically, I was your producer. And because of what's going on with me and the label, it's going to be hard for me to grab you again and work with you. So I'm watching Jermaine build So So Def to a whole nother level now. He's having new artists, It made me start being envy of him. I started not liking JD. I started despising him. And I was just like, that ain't loyal. But
right.
It was a business.
It was business.
I spoke on that, what you call it? The Brat interview she did. Whatever she did. Speaking on this shit, yo. I told y'all, man. Like, that's the reason why. Now I wonder. Now I know. That's the reason why they didn't have them in that interview. Why she ain't just do an interview with both of them? Now, I told y'all, and I was thinking in my head, like, man, these niggas got feud. I know they had feud, but I already knew that. But y'all know, like, man, what? But you don't know if they still got feud or not. That's what I was thinking, like, man, do these niggas still got this shit going on? But they still got this feud going on. That's why she ain't had them in the interview. I did a video on that shit. Me talking about the Brat, speaking on what got going on with her and Bow Wow, her and Jermaine Dupri, and all that shit, yo. I spoke on that shit. The podcast she did. Why she ain't just did a whole interview with them? I broke that down already. Y'all know me. I like breaking down shit, yo. That's what I do. And y'all don't like my shit. Y'all gotta subscribe, comment, share the motherfucking video. Don't be scared. Make sure like I be breaking all this shit down how it's supposed to be. All these other niggas ain't gonna give you the real shit. But I'm gonna tell you how it is though. Y'all gotta subscribe to my channel. Like, share this video, and comment on the video. I ain't gonna get nowhere without y'all even. Man, I'm telling y'all, I like this. I like doing this shit, breaking down shit, yo. But I'm just sitting back watching this shit. I already gave y'all what I said on the video. I already done said what I needed to say on this video. I'm just sitting back watching. But you know, let's get back into it though.
I always say never mix the two together.
Right.
And that's why. And you know, once I got with T.I., that's when T.I. came in my life.
Right.
And he became like big bro. Came and put his arm around me, showed me how to write. He helped me out a lot tremendously from an artist standpoint. So, which I needed that.
Right. But you returned to JD.
LA, All-Star Weekend. I called him. I said, enough's enough. Where you at? He's like, who it is? I'm like, you know who it is. Where you at? We got to talk. He's like, I'm in Malibu. I'm cool. I'm about to pull up you in Jenna house right now. Like, I already know. I'm on the PCH. I'm on the way.
You're right.
Pull up, go in the crib. First time I think Jermaine probably see me cry to him.
Right.
I said, I quit. He's like, what? I said, I quit. I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to do music. I quit. I think I'm about to just be an actor. Because if I can't work with you, then I don't want to do this no more. And then I said, it don't feel right. Like, I want to work with you. I don't want to work with nobody else. It's cool. I went gold. I sold 700,000 records. Something's missing. And this is me talking to Jermaine.
Right.
More than that.
This new So Def thing you kicking?
I thought you sold more than that.
Weak.
I thought you sold millions.
None of this ain't going nowhere. Like,
I thought you.
Why are you wasting time?
Out of all them,
and you got your guy right here.
Motherfucker,
you gonna just leave me over there like that?
Back in the day.
He saw them tears. He said, all right. Woke his ass up. Here come Let Me Hold You, number one. Here come Like You with Sierra, number one. Fresh As I'm In, boom. Shorty Like Mine, Chris Brown, number one, boom. Mm-hmm. That talk we had in that kitchen at their house at the time, it ignited a fire in JD. And my man came back with a vengeance. Then you look on the chart, Mariah number one, Like You number two, Mariah 3, Bow Wow 4. Jermaine at the top 5 was all JD. Me and Mariah. 4 songs is me and Mariah. They his records. So just like how early on we were talking about how Jermaine know how to get to his artists, I know how to get to JD.
Right.
I know exactly what to do, what to say to bring it out my dog.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked every time.
Right. If I'm not mistaken, I think Hov ghost wrote for you. Where are you on ghost writing? Because a lot of people have different thoughts on ghost writing.
Yeah. I wish Jay did write for me, so I can say that. I wish he did. He never did. He did. I wish he did.
Right.
That would be bragging rights. But
where are you on this, bro?
Ghost writing to me, honestly, it don't matter. I think the fans don't care. I think once it's produced and it's out, people gonna take it and make it how they make it.
But people only feel a certain type of way. Ghost
R&B singers don't. Nope.
People ghost write for Beyonce
all the time.
Mariah,
The Dream. Yep.
Michael. People go. It's only with MCs.
Yeah.
Why is it?
I think because it's just the competitive. I think that's just what I think the forefathers of hip hop, they laid that down. There was no thing as a songwriter for a rapper, right? You come from the hood, you telling your story. Who knows your story better than you? Why aren't you speaking it? Why aren't you jotting it down? You know what I mean? So for me, I had to learn how to write. And a lot of rappers know how to write.
Right.
They can rap their ass off,
right?
But they don't even know how to format it into a record. It's tough. The hook can be 12 bars. Some people don't even know how to count bars. They don't know how to count them. And it's the simplest thing in the world. And I know for me, it bothered me because I come from that cloth. I come from that era. I come from hip hop. And Jermaine, I didn't know earlier if he didn't let me write because he didn't trust me, but I think I was too young and he knew exactly what I needed to say.
Right.
And as I watched him and cats like T.I. write, it made me a better writer, and it turned me into a beast with my own pen. So now I don't need nobody in the studio with me. Now I might call on some cats for, like if I'm in the booth, I might say, what y'all hearing? Like y'all hearing anything? Like what y'all hearing? What y'all feeling? And they might say something. Okay, I'm going there with it then. I bet. Give me an hour. I'm ready. I'm locked. But I think everybody has a little help in the studio. Everybody has some help in the studio. Absolutely.
You signed with Cash Money, with Lil Wayne, Nicki, Drake, Birdman. How did that come about?
When I left Columbia, because of what I went through with them and with Jermaine and all of that, and I felt like I really wasn't getting the attention from the label that I wanted.
I'm just about to say.
I called Stunner and I was like, yo, I'm a free agent. And I'm like, I don't trust the majors.
Already
like, I just
said, or
I'm comfortable being with people that I know and that I'm comfortable with. And if it's not Jermaine, if it ain't a Snoop, me and Stunner, we always had a cool relationship. And they was on fire. And I'm like, yo, throw me in the fire, man. Just come grab me, bro. He said, for real, Weezy? You for real, Wizzle? You heard me? You're free? I said, I'm free as a bird. Come get me.
I think he called himself
Came and got me. Made it happen. And I was comfortable there. And I had a great time being there with Stunner and being over there at Cash Money. I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot from Slim, his brother. Watching Wayne work. Me and Wayne work ethic is like so identical when it comes to that studio. I would spend 3 days straight in there, no shower, no nothing, same clothes, getting to it. Go drop the record off the Wayne room. Wayne is one of the coldest, most reliable guys when you need a verse. He's gonna do it right there on the spot and walk it right back over to your room. I loved my time at Cash Money. Had a chance to live in Miami, move to Miami. I always had a crib in Miami for 8 years, but that made me really like relocate. So I left Atlanta and moved to my condo in Miami. That was, you already know, South Beach was a time. But I had a lot of fun. And the energy that was coming into Miami around that time, LeBron I went there, then Broncos. On top of that, YMCMB, we on fire. So the city was just, you wanted to soak up that energy. And being in Miami at that time, that's where the energy was.
But you didn't release an album.
Nope. We released 2 records. I released a record with Wayne called Sweat, and I released another single with T-Pain. But never had a chance to put out a full project. But we did 2 joints, and I did some joints for some other artists. Yeah, and then I did some records for some other artists too that was on Young Money. Yep.
And then you ended up signing Diddy. You signed with Diddy for a while once you left there.
When I left there, didn't sign with Puff, but I did. It was more of like a management type of thing. With his guys. It was more that, because that was around the time where I was learning from him, and I just needed that. I once again, somebody that I could trust, somebody I knew who knew the game and had my best interest. I was never gonna sign with him, but that the management side of things, I was gonna let them rock with that. But we didn't never really dive into it deeply. It was just really like a thing in the air, really.
You got a new song, if I'm not mistaken, with Chris Brown called "Use Me." How did you and Chris Brown? How did that collab come about?
Brown, like, you playing? Like, you out here selling out arenas and you ain't got like, what are you doing? You gotta compete, man. You competing. I'm like, nah, I'm on my legacy right now. Like, I'm on my legacy thing.
It's crazy how these niggas been and grew up. It's crazy how the industry, around this industry, these niggas been in groups and they done broke up. Man, it's a lot of them. So, like, man, G-Unit, they the main one. The first one that broke up. Motherfucking Young Money, well, they still together. But all these other groups, some of them still together, man. But it's a lot. It's a lot. Some of them, man, they still together. But a lot of them, man, everybody just focus on their own now these days, doing their own shit now these days, man. Like, think about, man, like Lil Durk and all of them. Nigga doing their own shit now. Bro. they grew up like they not even like Lil Reese and all them niggas. 300. They ain't together no more, nigga. All them niggas broke up. GBE, all them niggas, bro. Think about that shit. And I'm talking the drill. The Game, 50 Cent. Man, all these niggas doing their own thing now, bro. Think about it. These days, niggas ain't want to be with rap groups no more. They doing their own thing now.
You know, I'm doing what Kiss and Madonna and them do. I ain't gotta drop nothing. I can just go.
Right.
Like, yeah, but you still young, bro.
Right.
We all still look good. Like, you gotta drop. Man, I don't want to hear none of that. You doubting yourself, you scared. And you need a friend like that to tell you. You know what I mean? And and I told him, I said, all right. I remember this conversation vividly. And you know, when you friends, you can admit stuff to your friend. I said, I need you. Straight up. In order for me to get my blessing, I feel like I ain't gonna get it if I ain't being real with you. You're my dog, you my dog. I need you. I'm coming to you as a friend saying I need you. What you need, bro? I need your blessing on the record. My man said, you get the record, I got you. Send me the song. I did it. I said, this is a no-brainer. He says only one person you gotta put on it, you know who it is. And you know what you're gonna have to go through. You have to go party. You have to go play basketball. You have to go.
Bow Wow was serious about this nigga. Bow Wow, he was serious about this shit. Getting straight into this shit, yo. Straight into it, bro. Straight into it, bro. He was not, bro. Especially when he was younger. When he was younger, man, this nigga, bro. I'm telling you, man, that's all, bro. I didn't broke this shit down, bro, already, bro. But like, it's like a lot, bro. Niggas don't, bro. Think about it's a lot of rappers, right? That rappers, motherfucker don't even want to rap no more, type shit. And I think that's how he feel. He don't want to do that rap. He don't want to rap no more. He don't make no more songs. He don't do none of that shit no more. Like he just said. He ain't the only one. It's a lot of these niggas. They rap and don't want to do this. Don't want to rap no more. Say fuck rap and just do their own thing, you know? Coming out with movies, they're doing it's a lot of niggas like that, bro. Niggas ain't into that shit no more, bro. Like, a lot of niggas, oh. Think about the drill culture, right? These niggas still, it's a few of them. It ain't a bunch. And like the old area, the old school area, you know, it's about a lot of these niggas ain't rapping like they used to or making songs. Like 50 Cent. He ain't shows, he doing, man, like type of that shit. All he doing is trolling niggas, yo, and getting his bag at the same time. He ain't in all that rapping shit no more. You don't hear too much about the old school area rapping no more because they don't want to do it. Man. They said fuck rap, bro. Fuck rap. I'm finna just sit my ass down, chill, you know? And that ain't in the studio no more. Or none of that shit. They don't want to rap like that no more like they used to. Nigga was all in the, bro. That's how they came up. They wanted to do what they wanted to do. They said, I'm finna rap, I'm finna do this, make this bag. Niggas still making money without even rapping. Without even rapping, yo. Niggas still making money without even rapping. Man, that's so like they still making their money, still making their bread. You ain't gotta rap and make money. You can do something else. And a lot of niggas doing that. Like I said, even the drill culture doing that shit. Some of the drill rappers doing that. They ain't into rapping like that no more. They on here blogging and shit to make their money. You ain't gotta rap. You can blog about shit, talk about shit, you know. You ain't gotta rap. You do not have to rap, bro, to make no money. To do what you gotta do. If you used to be a rapper, if you feel like you don't want to rap no more, you don't have to rap to make no money. It's a whole lot of shit you can do to make money, yo. Like this. You can go on interview and talk about shit like they doing. Bow Wow, whatever. Motherfucker pay you to talk about their fucking life. Talk about what they did in their life. You know, you can do that. It's a lot of niggas like No Jumper. They can come on there just to talk about what they did and how they like that gang bang shit, all that shit. Them niggas just come on there just to talk their shit and get paid off of that. Just to get paid off, just to talk shit and do what they do. That's why a lot of them niggas, that's why a lot of these niggas, bro, do what they do. Think about it. Just to get paid, just to get views. Nigga. Everybody want views, man. Everybody. You know. But you don't hear too much about the new, like, you don't hear too much about the old generation, like old school R&B and all that shit. You don't hear too much about that no more. Cause they tired out. They said, "Fuck it, I'm finna retire, man. I'm getting too old for this shit, this rapping shit." You know, it's a time to where sometimes you gotta give up, man. Like, you don't gotta give up. I ain't telling you to give up, but man, bro, motherfuckers just want to give up on rapping everything. They don't want to make money off just rapping. You can do other things than rap. Other things. You ain't gotta rap. You can quit rap and still make money. Still make money without even rapping, like I just said. You ain't gotta do all that. But I'm finna get back to this video.
Sit on that house. You have to be around all the graffiti. You gotta stay over his house and don't leave. You know your.
Like he just said, bro. He talking about his life. A lot of these niggas, bro, they ain't in all that no more. That rapping shit. Motherfuckers love the music. Hoping to hear from them. But you don't think you're gonna hear from them no more. I don't think you're gonna hear from them no more. Because they tired, they getting old. They getting old, man, of rapping. Old, bro. Niggas ain't putting out songs like they used to no more. Or videos like they used to no more. Cause this shit is tiring, bro. It's tiring. Once you get old, man, motherfucker, put that shit up. Put that shit to rest, yo. put that shit to rest, yo. Like for real. You still make money off the rap shit, off what you did. You still make money, bro. You can still retire and still make money off of that shit, yo. Like you ain't gotta rap. You still can make money off of not rapping, coming on here, doing what you do. Or just to make vlogs and shit. You ain't gotta do that because you already didn't experience that shit already. You ain't gotta, you know. Hello?
Why this lady trying to cancel till baby shower?
She trying to cancel.
Yeah. And she paid her for it already. They paid her for it.
So what y'all gonna do?
She can't cancel. That lady will get sued like a motherfucker. Like I told Tip, if she tried, take her ass to court.
And I'll be down.
All right.
Boy, I'm like, man, that's exactly what happened. But he was a man of his word. He cut the record right there in the crib. We did it in the studio, the same room you guys was in. Cut the record right there and did it with no problem. And man, like and I feel like that's what a real homeboy supposed to be. When you need something, you supposed to lift me up, gang. Like I'm cooking,
right?
But I'm trying to get spicy hot. Bring me up.
Right.
And he did that.
Is it the relationship? You were a teen star. He was a teen star. Both you kind of know what it's like to be teen stars. You both lived in that world.
Yep.
Is that kind of how the relationship and why the relationship is what it is?
Yeah. And because it's real. And Brown will tell you, like he's always saying it, it's so weird. But he's like, man, I learned this from Bow. Everything y'all see me do, I got this from Bow. And then y'all don't understand. He was the first person to put on.
Listen, everybody these niggas hung around with, they didn't put them on. Don't y'all think that? They didn't put them on rap, bro, but niggas don't speak on that shit. They didn't put them on the rap shit. All that. Think about it. Think about all this shit. All these niggas that made rap groups, they put niggas on with these niggas. Think about it. The person who made the shit and you brought this person, that person. Oh, I gotta. Yeah. It's a lot of niggas don't speak on that shit. Cause they want to make it seem like they did it theyself. They did it theyself. Like he said, Chris Brown. He the one. Bro, like he said, Chris Brown the one. Bow Wow the one did what he did with Chris Brown. I mean, what Bow Wow just said. He the one put him on. I paused the video, but I couldn't really hear what he said because I wanted to talk. But yeah, that's how the game goes. Niggas don't want niggas to think they got put on by a person, by somebody they been around or nigga like came in a rap game with this shit. Niggas, a lot of niggas don't want to say that because they want to make it seem like they did it themselves. Like I just said, niggas don't want to think that. They want to think different. No, you gotta, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, this rap shit, bro. Bro, it's a whole lot of fuel. Why you think it's a whole lot of fuel with this shit? A whole lot of verses, a whole lot of all this shit, yo. Why you think that? Niggas is grimy with this shit. They grimy with it, bro. They, man, why you think niggas was cool at once upon a time? And then after that, some beef. Why you think it's beef with this person, that person? And I'm talking about hip hop. I ain't talking about in general. I'm talking about in hip hop. This person and that person. Because niggas think they better than the other nigga. Yo, jealous of the other person. Cause they was at the top. They started at the top. And they seen that. Why you think it's a lot of hate on the rap industry? A lot of hate with this person and that person going back and forth. Cause niggas was at the top. They came in and got on to it and got at the top. They came into the rap game and got up on this shit. Got up on it and rised up. And, you know, man, it's a whole lot of it come with a whole lot. See, this shit come with that shit. Because you coming in the rap game, getting all these fans, getting all the clout, and niggas want to see you down. Niggas want to see you. Why y'all think I come on here talking my shit, how I feel about what I feel about rap and expose this shit. Expose this shit every time. I expose everything, bro, because I know about it. I can see it. I know. I know it already. I ain't got to go and type shit up, search shit up. I know already off top, just like that. But I just can't go if somebody get, you know, or that. I can't just thank God for that off top. I can know who did this. Man, I know everything. Come on, man. I know it. That's what, like I said, that's what come with it. Once you start growing, and the niggas you done been around with this rap, with this shit, they see you at the top, and they want to see you. They get jealous about it, and that's how this whole beef start. That's how this whole shit start. Motherfuckers don't want to see you at the top. They want to see you lose. They want to see you fall. Cause you doing better than them, yo. Cause you doing better than them. They don't want to see that. Niggas don't like that shit. It's beef, man. It's man, the whole lot in the whole rap industry is beef. I'm talking real hip hop shit. You know, real. This shit real, man. Like for real. And Bow Wow, he was that one, bro. I'm telling you. Like I said, he had the most females, more than he had in Lil Romeo. Romeo was just building his shit. After Bow Wow, he was just coming up. After Bow Wow, had that, and Romeo seen that shit, and he got jealous, and that's how all this shit started. All that shit. Think about it. Got all these motherfucking fans and everything. You got all these fans, all the females chasing after you. That's what really sparked this shit. You know, like you said, there wasn't no beef, but shit. But niggas were just shit. I put it like niggas were just jealous, but just hating on that shit. Just jealous about the fact that he was rising. He had more fans than him, and all that shit. That's the way I put it. And that's how all this shit started. You know?
I mean, he showed me all this, and it's true, but I'm humble. So I'll be like, I ain't gotta say it all the time. Like, you ain't gotta say it in front of everybody every time. Like, that's why I move like this, because Bow was first. Y'all thought I was first. It was Bow. I used to have 20 girls walking around. That's why so it's like, it's not even a little brother. It's you know, that's just my dog. That's my brother. He know I got his back. I know he got mine. And, you know, it is a lot of similarities with us. Like, you know, and yeah, that's my man. That's my dog.
How similar are Breezy and Usher? Because both can sing their ass off. Both are entertainers to the upteenth. I mean, I saw Usher at the MGM.
Mm-hmm.
That show was fantastic. Mm-hmm. And I've seen Breezy.
Mm-hmm. As far as artists,
yeah,
the difference, or
you give me different similarities.
Hard workers.
That shit,
both dedicated.
Yo,
they don't cheat the job at all. At all.
That shit. That.
Chris more of a rapper. Usher walks that R&B. Like, he is R&B.
Yeah.
You know, he's smooth. Even it's not an act. You know what I'm saying? Brown. That's my dog, Brown Edgy. He more of a bro, more of a rapper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He lived like one.
Right.
If you could ask him, he'll tell you I want to rap before I can sing.
Right.
Like that's the difference between them. But all in all, just too talented.
Like, yeah. Like I said, he was rapping. I mean, he was first. And now, he rapping now. He doing more rapping that he did singing. He doing more sing, more rapping now that he doing singing. See, you come into another thing. And that's what these celebrities doing. They come one thing to another thing. You see how this shit go? See how this shit works? I'm telling you.
To guys, two GOATs. And, you know, I would say, you know, it's like the 1A and 1A.
Right.
And Chris Brown had all the females too when he first came up, coming at him. And he still got that nigga probably, when he first came out, it was the same way as Bow Wow. Why you think him and Bow Wow collabed together? Because they had all the females coming at them. Like I said, that was coming at them, bro. Chris Brown, it's the same way. Like the same thing I said about Bow Wow. When he first came on, He had all the females chasing after him, like Chris Brown. They both. Why y'all think them niggas collabed together? Them niggas was together, came up together, and started rapping and shit and together and all this type of shit. Because it wasn't no hate or nothing between them two, but it's like that's the way I feel. Cause they had females at a young age, man, going crazy over them. I'm telling you, bro. When I tell you, man, bro, and I had one of Chris Brown albums. I had a Bow Wow album. I had the what was it? I had the exclusive, the Bow Wow, the exclusive album, Chris Brown, and the Bow Wow New Jack City album. Yeah, I had both of them albums. Both of them. The exclusive out, I had both of them. I'm telling you. When that first came out, man, I wanted that shit. Exclusive album and the Bow Wow. And the Bow Wow New Jack City album. I had both of them.
R&B, it's them two at the top. I don't think it's nobody else. And you can pick whatever your flavor is, if it's Usher, if it's Brown, you know what I mean? But for me, I just feel like, you know, I'm rolling with the home team.
Give me your top five. Give me your top 5 R&B singers of all time.
Of all time?
All time.
They got to be in order?
Nope.
Kale's going up there. R. Kelly, for sure.
For sure.
Hands down.
Hands down, Kale.
I was just finna say that for sure, and I did see.
R. Kelly number 2 again.
Damn.
3, 4, and 5. Straight up.
Damn, you got Kale's 1, 2, 3, 4.
If Jermaine was sitting in his couch, he would tell you, he did a list, and Bow said the same thing to me. I said, bro, if you don't put Robert, then Kelly, then Kale's, then every nickname 1 through 5, man, that's it. Wow, that's it. I never heard nobody, like, I know listen, there's a lot of greats. Luther,
Marvin.
So many Marvin. I mean, there's so many, but I feel like he's just such a R&B
man
genius. He learned and took from every last one of the greats.
R. Kelly.
And just molded it all in one. Like even the
Why y'all think motherfucker was trying to get him in jail? But so he can't sing no more or rap because I'm talking about R. Kelly now. R. Kelly, and I don't know when he getting out of jail. When he getting out, they talking, man, he might, man, bro, but R. Kelly was number 1 too. He was. He had the ladies going crazy over him. I'm talking about the old ladies, not the young ones, the old ones. But he had that mindset of liking young girls. But I still bump R. Kelly. I don't give a fuck. Like, bro, I don't give a fuck. Motherfuckers can say what they want to say, but I'm still bumping R. Kelly at the end of the day. I don't give a fuck. R. Kelly, Man, R. Kelly was the main nigga, bro. Had all the grown, older ladies going crazy. And some of them feel like now he deserved what he deserved, but I don't feel like that. I feel a certain type of way. I don't condone no shit like that. About the young, like you older and like younger girls. I don't condone shit like that. But Kels, man, Kels, man, shit, he man, I still bump that nigga shit. I don't fuck. He another one. Like he mentioned all these niggas. Why you think he collab with him too? The same way. All the females. He had all the older females going crazy. The older, I'm talking about the older ladies. I'm talking about ladies going crazy. But like I said, he had that mindset of like in the younger generations. Like I said, I don't condone none of that shit. I don't support it, none of that. But nigga, I still bump his shit. That's for me bumping his shit. That don't mean, oh, I'm just finna stop bumping him because he like the younger females. Oh, this and that. I'm just finna stop bumping. Hell no. That's cause what y'all say. That's not finna stop me from bumping a certain person cause what they did, yo. Shit, cause they shit bump. They shit bump. And that's why I still bump his shit today. They ain't finna stop me from bumping they shit because what they done did or they did this or they did that. I'm still bump they shit in the day. Shit. I don't condone, like I said, I don't condone the shit, but I'm still bumping they shit though. Ain't finna stop me from bumping.
I've realized where he. I thought he invented that. Oh, he got this from Bobby Womack. That's Bobby Womack. I'm like, okay.
Mhm.
It's effortless. And I've seen it in person when we worked on I'm a Flirt. I mean, this man really called me and said, "Bow, right now I'm listening to this record and I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm gonna do with it. What you hearing? Matter of fact, you ain't even gotta tell me what you hearing. I think I got it. I'm gonna call you back in 5 minutes. Give me about 10. Hung up, calls back. I'm here. And he's here. I'm like, what you talking about? It's a boy. I'm like, what? It's a hit. Play that. I'm a Flirt. As soon as I see you, I'm like this. Now, Ronnie, I was sitting at the board trying to come up with a hook. He said, I know. For about 4 hours. Yeah. And he just comes back with I'm a Flirt. So simple, so easy. Doesn't overwrite, doesn't oversing. If you listen to any of his records, they're very simple. And it's just different, man. But he the GOAT. I got him. Yeah. I don't get it. All the personal, whatever, that's that. We talking artistry,
right?
Studio, that mic, them vocals, that pen, ain't nobody touching Kels.
Wow.
Nobody. I stand on that. To me, he the MJ of R&B.
So you put him, you say the pen, you put him up there with Quincy, with Stevie?
His pen is crazy.
Quincy and Stevie, Bow?
You know who R. Kelly wrote for? You know the records he wrote?
Do you know who Quincy?
Of course.
Q.
Of course.
Frank.
Of course.
Mike.
Yes.
Jay-Z.
By the way, he wrote for Mike too. Ooh, Kels wrote for Mike. You Are Not Alone.
Yes.
Kels wrote that. Like, it's just not like it's no limit to the pen. Like when there's no limit to your pen, bro, like, yeah, I get mad jealous sometimes because I'm just like, I wish it came that easy. Ideas just bam, like just came that fast, and the hook just comes that fast. Yeah, he's the greatest.
How did you feel when Drake gave you your flowers, said if it wasn't for you, there would be no him?
Weird. You know, because I'm a humble dude. Like it's weird. Like I guess because I'm me and I did the work, and I'm not sure if you feel the same way, but when you're you and you're doing the work, you don't really have the time to sit and look at what everybody else sees.
You're on the journey.
You're on the journey. I don't want to say it until I'm feet up and I can watch the whole movie over again, right? And yeah, it was dope though. It definitely was dope. And even when he even when he called me, there's so many people that Drake could have called for Atlanta to have him walk out, but he actually DM'd me and was like, bro, I need that Bow Wow walk out. Make sure you bring them do-rags with you too. And I was like, all right, I got you. And I remember telling my boys, I forgot what we was doing, but we were in the house just sleep. And I was like, man, Drizzy just hit me, man. So I might want me to walk him out. And the boys jump up like, what? You gotta go get that moment, man. He could have called T.I. 2 Chainz, could have called. He hit you. Now we out now. Homies putting on clothes. The sisters laying out outfits. Bow, get your ass in the shower. We got to make it down to State Farm. And it was special, man. It was dope. It was dope to have somebody who people consider the number one guy in the game, and somebody who I consider a homeboy of mine. And for him to think of me and give my roses, that meant a lot to me. A lot to me. That's not his first time doing something like that neither. I mean, the man that's thrown me birthday parties and I didn't ask for him. I had a birthday takeover in Houston, and this man just said, switch. He switched the plans. He's like, oh yeah, it is your birthday. I'm celebrating my 1, 2, 3 songs, 1, 2, 3. I got some for you. You ain't going where you think you're going. I get there and I'm like, how do you even get time? It's dog, my logo, the owl up. I'm like, how did he do this? Like, but he did that for me, and I appreciate him for that.
Right. Bow, you've been in a lot of public relationships.
Yep.
What have you learned about dating publicly?
Keep it off the internet. Don't do it.
So no more public relationships for you?
I try my best to keep it private. I try my best. It's better that way. I just seen a post on Instagram that said it was a high percentage relationships that make it is because they keep their business off private line. Yeah. And I can attest to that. I definitely agree, because when you out in the public eye, it's just open. It's just open. A girl could DM your girl. It could be a girl that tried to talk to you and you said nah, and she mad because you dissed her. Now she want to just direct message your girl and make up a story and just play a hate on your whole situation. I like when you don't know who my girl is.
Facts, that shit, bro. Yeah, that's facts. That's definitely facts. Oh, definitely.
Yes, you can't call my girl, you can't contact my lady. And that's how I wanted to be.
Right.
Only I can contact my lady. And I just feel like I'm not looking for validation from nobody. And I feel like people that feel like, look, I get it. Women want to be shown off, but we're talking about the strangers. Like we don't even know.
Right.
Like
the people that know. The ones that don't need
to know. And if they say it's in public, they say it's in public. I'm not hiding you. I just learned my lesson from when I have been open.
Like when you say you got a female,
don't nothing good come from that. Everybody.
When you say you got a female, man, they do that shit. Like they still want to try to do this and do that. Like, what the fuck, man? Come on now. You know you got a female. They know you got a female. What the fuck you still here for? What the fuck you still doing this, doing that for? And I just told you I got a whole female. Fuck up out of here. It's a lot of y'all females be doing that shit, yo. Like y'all be after a motherfucker told you a million times I got a female, y'all still trying to go. Y'all still be trying to go, bro. I be hating that shit. Like, man, bro, like, back the fuck up. Damn.
In your mix, everybody in your business. It's just too much. I can't even lean in and ask the bartender for a napkin. They gonna think I'm whispering, what's your number? Like I don't need none of that. I'm cool. I like it how it is. So
one of your biggest songs with your ex. How do you feel performing that song today?
Oh, no kind of way.
You know?
That's a #1 smash. I love performing like you. Love it. I love it. That's my go-to. Like if I want to set it off, I'm going to Like You for sure. Love it. Love that record. The fans singing it word for word every time. That's my joint.
What about like Wildin' Out when they be making jokes about you dating somebody and then somebody as famous as you dating that same person?
Yeah.
Do you feel some type of way when famous people date your exes?
No. I'm a player.
Sure.
I'm grown. I don't got time for that. Like once she's no longer mine,
if I
she's not mine.
Do what you do.
Be happy. Because I'm gonna be happy.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be just fine.
Are you cool? Are you cool with all your exes or any of your exes? Are you cool?
Yeah, cool. Most definitely. Cool with my daughter's mom for sure. That's my dog, Joy.
Yeah.
Shaw's mom, that's my dog. I'd do anything for her. That's like great mother, great friend, ride or die. Utmost respect. Utmost respect. But yeah, I have no problem with none of my exes. It's all good. It's all love. I'm happy for all of them. Some have moved on, had kids, married. I'm happy for them. Like genuinely happy for them.
Wow, you was out there for a minute though. You was out there bad too.
I was.
You're bad.
Really?
Yeah. Good times they go owe you nothing. I mean, see, Joe, you dated Kim for a hot sec, Angela Simmons for a sec. Boy, you like the bad. them the famous ones we know about. You learn from your mistake. You keep that on the hush now.
I'm about to pour some more of this shit. I've had a blessed life, man. I've calmed down though. Since, you know, I would want to think that I have. But yeah, man. I mean, like I said, God put some beautiful people in my life, and I've had a chance to come across some beautiful women. And, those times were times, and like I said, I'm still a supporter for all my exes. Like I'm really truly happy for them to move on and watch them live out their dreams and things that they always wanted to do. And it could have been the things that I couldn't offer at that time. You know what I mean? And I'm genuinely happy for everybody because it seems like everybody's happy. Everybody won at the end of the day.
But you went public. Aren't you dating Jada Pinkett's niece?
Damn, I just knew you didn't know about this. I was.
You went public. I mean, you posted it.
You good?
You posted. I would have known that you not posted it.
That's what I was insinuating. I'm trying to keep it low key. I'm trying to.
Nah, you can't. You can't post something talking about you keep it low key.
But I thought it was low key. Like I didn't tag her.
What made you feel comfortable in order to do that?
What made me feel comfortable? I want to say it before I don't want to get cursed out when she watched it. But what made me feel comfortable was I'm grown. It's like, look, it was New Year's. I think that's a picture of New Year's.
Yeah, it was. You been drinking too, though.
I wasn't. Not yet.
You weren't drinking?
Not yet. Nope. I was on my way to my performance. So we didn't even crack a bottle yet. But it was New Year's. And I had to put myself in her shoes. Like, here's the woman. It's New Year's. She this posting stuff. I don't want to make it an issue. She looked beautiful. I look good. It's a moment. She feel that. So she said I look good. And it was a moment, and it was like, wow. And for me, it was the whole essence of New Year's. I'm like, you know what? I'm stepping out. Like
you got caught up, huh?
I got caught up. She put me on that selfie. The next thing you know, I said, I ain't gonna post it because you got a lot of followers. You know, my page. I always tell people, my page is for my fans and it's for work. You know what I mean? If you want to see my girl, go to her page. Birthdays, you might see her. Holidays, New Year's, certain things, you might see her 5 times, 6 times a year on my page, right? But it was just one of the moments where I was like, man, you know what? I understand. Let me put myself in a woman's shoes. She want to show me off. She want to show it off. I'm gonna let her get this off. I ain't tripping. It's all good.
You once said that you're not gonna get married. Are you rethinking that now?
It's getting hot in here.
I'm going to drink.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead.
We might go finish this off.
Yeah, I'm trying to say. It's still I don't know. Like, you know what I'm doing? Okay, I'll put it this way, because me and her, we've had these talks, and you know, she found an interview and saw me say it. And, you know, I told her like this. I'm not against anything. But when I get to that point, or if I ever do get to that point, I want to make sure I'm right.
Right.
And, you know, that's not only a commitment to you, but a commitment to God.
Right.
And I don't play with stuff like that. So I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to plan it. Let's just roll, baby.
Right.
Let's just have fun.
We having a good time now.
Yeah, and if it get there,
let's not ruin it. Talk about that. If we get to that point,
if it get there, it get
We'll
there.
know. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But let's have fun. We on tour. About to go to London. I'm taking it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's just live young. Remember I talking about that youth?
Yeah.
Let's stay right there.
You keep talking about that. You aging me like you aging me by the day.
It's like I don't wanna think
too far in advance.
Yeah, baby, did you see the new drapes that came? I'm not ready for that
Right.
yet.
Right.
Let's hop on the jet and go to Terps and let's have some fun. Let's just keep living. And when we get there, we get there.
But you know, I'm reading that you urged Nelly to marry Ashanti.
Damn, I did.
I don't know how you gonna tell somebody to do something that you ain't want to do.
All right, well, Mo 50 plus. Like, it's like, bro, I'm like 38. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a spring chicken 38. I'm 2-4-0, but still, it ain't 40. But I'm like, Mo, like, you're 50 plus.
Bro.
It's like,
Well,
this
Dad,
is
what that say about me?
No, you good. Oh, listen, OG, you in the game. You straight. You good. But I'm just like, you know, I saw him during the verses. He ran across the stage to get her. I know how much she means to him.
Yeah.
Nelly's another person who is family. That's Jermaine's best friend.
Yeah.
That is considered my big brother. He the only person that can pull up on me and he'll want to fight me. He the only one. That's my guy. And I just know how much that woman means to him. And, you know, I've had chances to see Mo behind the scenes. And I say Mo, that's Nelly. In ways that people haven't seen him. And I just know how much that woman means to him. And I mean, I saw my man with the band on, so he rocking.
He locked in.
He locked in. So I'm just so proud for him. Her too. You know, Ashanti is a Millennium Tour vet. She was a part of the brand as well, and you know, I'm happy to see it. They have that. That's the greatest, probably one of the greatest spin the block. That's what they call it. Spin the block in history. Yeah.
Well, you trying to do it again because you were urging JD to get back with Janet.
I do want that to happen. I do want that to happen. If he's gonna watch this probably like this, damn pal, I do want that to happen.
You've been around. So what is you know, you don't have to get too, but what is, I mean, you've been around her when, you know, obviously she's Janet Jackson, she's an icon, member of the famous Jackson family.
Right.
But what are some things, I mean, what is she like behind the scenes?
She's just sweetest, coolest person ever. It's like the best stepmom you can have.
Wow.
What?
Right.
The best stepmom you can have. So sweet. So, I mean, and could be in the midst of the guys.
Right.
And it's whatever. Like, I remember watching Miss Jan wash dishes. Like, I was like, I didn't even know the Four Seasons had a condo at the top. Oh, no, they don't. Just it's JD's and this. I'm like, I didn't even know this. You got the presidential.
Yeah.
It's something else.
Above that.
Above that.
Damn.
I'm trying to tell you. And like, I'm watching Miss Jan like wash dishes. I'm like, this is crazy. But she's so down to earth, so sweet, drives herself, gonna pull up. If it's a taco spot, she's gonna pull up, hop out, walk in, grab the top. We're gonna hop back in the car and drive right back to, man, Miss Jan, man, was everything. You know a woman, you know, you know somebody special when the other person break up and you mad at your homie.
Right.
That's how we all was with JD. We like, damn, not even that. It's like, damn, get it back together, please. It was just so beautiful, bro. And Jermaine was just such at peace. And I mean, I'm not even gonna lie, the Jets stay ready. We was on the PJ, on the G4, G5 every day.
Wow.
To stay ready, man. Person. I really do hope. I know Jermaine gonna kill me. Like, wow, you gotta keep praying that shit.
I got something for you. We've used the term.
Yeah.
You weren't in a relationship. Who would you spin the block with?
To go back?
Yeah.
If I was to go back?
Yeah, you gotta spin the block. You don't spin the block me.
Nobody.
You wouldn't spin the block?
Nope. Not on one person. Honest to God. Because I feel like them chapters is closed. Like we did that.
Right.
That was those.
There's a reason why they left, you left, and we're not. We cool.
We cool for sure.
But we gonna stay.
We gonna keep it
cool
just
over
like
here. You cool over there.
Yep. I've never been the type to spin back. Keep it forward. Keep moving.
Do you ever get concerned, or have you ever been concerned that this person is dating me for who I am and for not the person that I am?
Nope. I've never once felt that.
Really?
Wow. Never in my life have I felt that. Because the ones that I chose to be my lady,
Right.
I knew they wanted to be there. They loved me, and I could tell. I could tell by their actions. That's how you know. I could tell. Like, even my girl now, you know what I mean? I know loves me because I'm difficult.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to sit here and preach and act like I'm just this saint. I'm still working on myself.
Yeah.
I'm still working. I'm a work in progress
Yeah.
for sure, especially growing up in this business and seeing what I've seen and living the lifestyle that I live. It is tough, especially dating what you would call a heartthrob. You know what I mean? There's only so many guys in the game that have that thing to where no matter where you at, the baddies is just there. Like, it's times, like, even on tour, like, I'm like, I don't even need no passes. I ain't give nobody no passes. I look, they just there. I go out in the hallway, they're just there. It's like, it's just around and you can't escape it. It's just temptation. And it's just.
So she traveled, so your girl now is on the road with you when you travel?
She has.
But she's not all the time.
Not all the time.
Oh.
But when we got to Houston, we had to have a talk. I brought that up because I know how you feel about that ASAP. When we got to Houston, OG, I had to keep it real with her. I had to tell her, I'm like, baby, listen, I got 2 parties. Well, really, yeah, I do. I have 2 parties, and I need you to meet me halfway. I'm gonna bring you to the first one. Have some drinks, have a good time, show you off. But the SUV gonna take you back to the 4 Seasons.
Right.
You and my auntie.
Right.
And I know it. I can see it on her face. She's like, I'm still outside. I want to turn her with you. I'm like, I know, but there's a time and a place. I don't want to take you to Area 29. We got to go. And me and Trey.
Yeah.
Song, we got to go together.
Yeah.
I don't want my lady in the spot like that.
Yeah.
And it's a lose-lose anyway. I'm having too much fun in front of it. That's me being disrespectful. And
you pretend like I ain't here.
Yeah, and then if I'm just here being a good boy and now everybody around me like Bow ain't being himself, he ain't being Bow, you should have left wifey at home. So it's really a lose-lose, but I had to tell her, baby, I'll meet you halfway. We'll leave at 8 in the morning, but I need you.
What'd she say? She say okay? Reluctantly, she said okay.
Listen, she didn't say no word, but that body language, we were talking about body language, I could tell she ain't want to leave. She didn't, she wanted to watch that Houston. Woo! I be telling people it ain't Miami. Atlanta's Atlanta.
Houston on another level.
My Lord. I thought I was going to move there. I was looking for a crib. I swear to God.
You hear my social media guy, Black and the Greg, laughing?
You was looking too?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Don't do it.
I know, sir.
Don't you do it.
No, sir.
Don't do it. My manager was like this. After the show, we out. I said, what time? Well, you get out about 3. What? 3 a.m.? After the after party? I'll meet you halfway, Andy. Can we leave at 8 in the morning? The tour bus got to leave at 8 in the morning. Yeah. And we off the next day, please.
Yeah. Houston.
He gave me 8. That's all I needed. Yeah, I love Houston. Shout out to the H, man. I love Houston. Oh, my God.
I love Houston, too.
Jeez Louise. Man, we got a whole segment talking about Houston.
Yeah, we could.
I know.
What made you, Travis Hunter situation, you left something for him on, what made you decide to like, man, Travis?
I just didn't like seeing a young brother get played, or, you know what I'm saying? I just felt like, you know, I know OG around him, Prime got the game, he know. But I just felt like nobody around a young cat was really giving it to him. Like, I mean, think about this. You on a football team, I know they was giving him stuff in the locker room. That's what they gonna do, you know what I'm saying? But I just felt like, look, man, check this out. The way Snoop would give me game, I just feel like my brother, it was my calling just to reach out to you and just give you some game. You know what I'm saying? Just focus on the goal. Even to this day, like, my girl know. I'll tell her, like, look, I know this might hurt you, but I got to do what I got to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's a goal. I got to reach that goal.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't going to be pretty, but it's going to be times where I might hurt you along the way, whether that be you can't come here, or there's a reason for this, or I got to do this, or this, that. It's just like that. And I just felt like I wanted bro to focus on the goal. You about to make the biggest bag of your life. You've been working on this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You went to Jackson State. Look how you came and you did it in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
And now you finally here, Heisman Trophy. Man, check this out, gang. When you go pro and you get in that locker room and you see how them pros live, All that gonna change. I've been there. I was once the young cat, young, millions of dollars. I know how it is. I came in the game the same way. I got my girlfriend. Okay, I'm gonna be with her for the rest of my life. Did not know that it would be 100 million girls liking me. It's the difference when you get that power that you start learning from your teammates. Just laying it out for you. Laying it out for you. You go to the club now, kick back, look, you ain't got to I'll show you how we do this. And you start adapting to that. So I'm like, young brother, it's gonna be time for all that. But get busy on that field, go get your bag, secure your bag, make sure the fam's straight. The women gonna be there. And I just didn't really like how homegirl, just the little things that I was seeing, I just couldn't really rock with it all, like how she would talk.
Did you feel you could have reached out to him in the DM, or you could have had somebody that
I could have. It was ways. I could have, but I wanted him to hear me. Like, I just felt like he just reminded me of one of my little homies. Like, I got so many little bros that look up to me and they come to me for game about this, that, and the third. And I just looked at Travi like, brother, I'm not dissing you, I'm not coming at you, I just want to wake you up. I had to be woke up a couple times.
Right.
Especially these women can blind you out here. You'll be so blind, just in love and just milking your ass, and milking you. And then when the milk dry up and it's powder, they gone. So I just want him to be aware that I ain't know if nobody was really teaching him or telling him that. So it was coming from a good place. It wasn't coming from nowhere trying to be, and in all respect to his lady, you know what I mean? If that's the situation, that's the situation. But I like how he doing it now. He fell back.
Yeah.
He see how it was.
That stuff
starting to overshadow your game. You cold, man. You the coldest a dude. You cold.
Right.
We all room for you. I'm a fan.
Right.
But I know how these women sometimes can sidetrack the goal. Nah, keep that off the internet. Because that's starting to overshadow the skill. You doing the combine, they should be talking about what's going on at home.
Right.
Keep that shit
Neil situation. Barrison, Neil R&B, and he has 3 or 4 of them now. Is that a situation? I mean, could Bow find himself? Because he's like, well, from Ocho, my partner on Nightcap, he says, if you just be upfront with them, more times than not, they'll be willing to. I said, I ain't never met none of them. I said, I just need to know where you going to meeting them, that you could tell them, say, you know what, I might see Jane, I might see Sally, I might see Sue, but I said, I don't know, I ain't met none of them. And it definitely ain't gonna be no 4.
Hey, they out there though.
They out there like that.
There's some women that's out there that, if you be real with them and let them know, like, yo, look, baby, this is how I'm living my life. This is how I'm thugging. This is, you know what I mean? One ain't enough. I'm gonna just be open with you. If you with it, you with it. If not, I totally respect it. I'm not saying you got to get down, but I'm just letting you know I got 2 other girls. I got 3 girlfriends. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
You can live
you like that, Bob?
Hell no, I can't do it. Listen, I can't do it. I love women. Don't get it twisted. I love having my vibes. You come to my show, my dress rooms is beautiful women. It's an ambiance, it's music, it's drinks. That's as far as I can go. Having 3 women or 4 girlfriends and they stand with me, I would lose my mind. I'm too. I like my space. Listen, one woman in the house is enough. Hair be all over the place.
Ain't it?
I had to say what I had to say. It's almost over with. Anyway, I had to say what I had to say on the video. I spoke on what I spoke on the video, what I had to say. But, like, comment, and subscribe. And subscribe to this video, man. I'm out. I said what I had to say. Everything he's saying, that shit is true, though. It's facts. And some of the shit I said, and they didn't say it in the video already. But I'm on, man. Like, share, subscribe, comment on this video. Show me love. Because I never get no love. But you don't have to if you don't want to. I'm out.